Men's Soccer National Championship, this last game, the battle for the gold medal.
You come prepared, I come prepared for the jacket.
Du soccer national jacket dans cette bataille pour la médaille d'or. It's now time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. For Capilano, number 1, Nels Hudson. Number 3, Arnold Thomas. Number 4, Morello Daniel. Number 8, Roma Andres. Number 10, Amini Kamyar. Number 11, Elliot Stewart. Capitals number 14, Fire 2.
The internet on our hotel is the worst
number 15,
ever.
Christian. He said number 17,
if I got
Piero
rolling
Marino.
with that at halftime with the
number
Aqua
18,
game. So
Woodley Devet. And number 22, Nicola Morello. Humber for Humber. Goalkeeper, number 1, Eugenio Caro. Number 8, Joshua Paredes Proctor. Number 11, Castra Dadzi. Number 13, Gerardo Magno. Number 14, Dominic Roberts. Guys, number 15, Jesse Assing. Says number 16, Kingsley Boasico. Number 17, Michael Kuzminski. Number 18, Michael Egboki. Number 19, Janelle Hoylet. Number 27, Joshua Mills. Les officiels, Afalaise. Deuxième, Eric La Liberté. Première,
all right, Chris, let's do this, man. Let's rock and roll, man. I think we do national anthem as well, so.
Yeah.
Pick up my hat.
D'entre vous saviez hier est un jour tragique pour la France et le reste du monde, alors que plus que 150 personnes ont perdu leur vie. Pour honorer la mémoire de ces individus, nous vous demandons de rester levés après l'hymne national pour un moment de silence. As most of you may know, yesterday was a tragic day for France and the rest of the world, as over 150 people lost their lives. To honor and remember these individuals, we would ask you to remain standing following the playing of the national anthem in a moment of silence. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Welcome back to the 2015 CCAA Men's National Championship, and there were two. And the Humber Hawks, the number 1 team in this tournament, taking on the number 3 Capilano Blues in an OCAA Pac West battle for the right to win the gold medal and the national title for the 2015 calendar year. Curtis J. Phillips, welcome back to the broadcast booth. We have two fantastic teams in Capilano and Humber Hawks. This is going to be a fun game to watch and broadcast.
There is no surprise, Mo, that these two teams are here. I'm a strong believer in history of sports and athletics, and you look at the history of the Humber Hawks. and the Capilano Blues. The Capilano Blues have count them 5 gold medals in CCAA Men's Championships: 2003, 1996, 1991, 1990, and 1998. Silver in 1986, 1989. Bronze in 1983 and 1985. And now you look at the Humber Hawks in Ontario. Gold 4 times: 2012, 2013, 2001, 1995. Silver 1994. Bronze 2010, 2000, 1998. These are the 2 most dominant teams in CCAA men's soccer, just alone in gold medals since 1990. 9 gold medals between these 2 teams, dynasties, and it's apropos that they're meeting today here at Seaway Park for the championship.
Without a doubt, as we're mere moments away from beginning this game here, as they're taking the team photos, the last team photo for some of these guys who are playing their last ever game as a Humber Hawk or Capilano Blue. We'll find out how this will unfold. How important is this first 10 minutes for either side? Because they've not played in 2 days. We've seen some teams go 4 days in a row now, but they've given that extra day of rest. Do we see a little bit of rustiness early on?
I think, if I was looking on paper and stats, etc., I would be, I think, in favor of Capilano Blues, because in their last game, which you saw against the KPU Eagles, they won 5-1. They've had that rest, a 5-1 win. That's a lot of confidence. The Humber Hawks in their last game against the Algonquin Thunder edged it out 1-0. So mentally, they don't have the same psyche right now as the Capilano Blues, knowing that we just got here by the skin of our teeth. The Blues, that confidence booster is huge, winning 5-1.
This game brought to you by Sports Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA. Adidas, the official apparel and soccer wallet of the CCAA National Championships, as we are now about to get ready here at Capilano in their white striped tops and bottoms with blue numerals, and Humber Hawks in the traditional navy blue uniforms with white numbers and gold trim.
Some of the key players to watch, for the Capilano Blues, we have Bruno Fury Marino. He had a goal in the opening game, 2 goals in the second game, 5-1 against the Eagles. Then we have the all-Canadian, I just looked at his name for the first time, Christian Yai Hintian. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but Christian, he had a goal in the first game, 2 goals in the second. So with Christian and Bruno, we're looking at guys who can put that ball in net, each with 3 goals coming into this championship game. And then on the side of the Humber Hawks, Joshua Proctor. Proctor had 2 goals in that first game, and Jesse Assing also. Assing has had a goal in the 6-0 win and the 1-0 win against Algonquin Thunder. So you have some top goal scorers. But you look at the Capilano Blues this year, and they've had 26 goals, 23 goals against. But the Humber is huge on the offense with 42 goals for and only 7 goals allowed.
High-scoring teams, we're 90 minutes away from finding out who could be or who will be your gold medal winner here at Seaway Park. Underway now, Humber Hawks will get this game going. Krzyminski up ahead to Mills. Mills coming down the flank and cleared out of bounds, and that ball goes out of the park for a throw-in coming up here for the Humber Hawks.
And you have 2 great, coaches. Michael Aquino, well known for his experience coaching for the Humber Hawks, and Paul Daly for Capilano Blues.
And both those guys, as you said, great success as players, as coaches, and now looking for a gold medal. Here's Krzyminski. Capilano coming off a big one over KPU, their Pac West rivals, to get to the gold medal game, and Humber defeating their OCAA rival, the Algonquin Thunder, to get here as well. So both teams going through the old conference route to get to this point in the Nationals. Long throw coming in. Here is the first touch for Yeli Heitinen. The All-Canadian coming right through and well defended by Humber, and that goes out of play for a corner kick coming up here the first of the afternoon for the Capilano Blues.
For the experience-wise, you have to look at Humber Hawks. Capilano, 13 rookies on that team with only 1 fifth-year player and only a couple rookies on the Humber Hawks team. So the Humber Hawks have experience over the Capilano Blues. So we'll see if it's experience against youth.
Swung in, headed away, out of harm's way, and coming back out As Capilano now applying pressure. Here is number 14, Faratus, who's had a good tournament as well. And Devin Woolley, number 18 for the Capilano Blues, a strong defender. And right now, Humber on their heels a little bit here as Capilano has brought it to them. We talk about, again, the first 10 minutes being the early indicator for these teams here. But right now, a lot of firepower, and these teams could probably score a lot of goals if need be. Ball goes in the 18-yard box. Woolley heads it up. Punched away, and now will be another corner kick coming up here. So Capilano getting back-to-back corners in the last 45 seconds of play.
Well, in this 4-day, 18, 14-game tournament, this is the best weather. We've had Mother Nature's, coming through, and this is the best weather by far, and we have it for the championship game.
I really thought the weather on Wednesday was nice. Wet, windy, rain, you name it. We had it on Wednesday and Thursday. And here's the corner coming up. Short. Cleared away, and back out to Faratus, who has it one more time. And he'll put it back in the box. Play right down, and it'll go right away to the Humber Hawks, who will now get their first opportunity to get back on track with their possession.
Yeah, with that Wednesday weather, I remember you talking about the Hurricanes, and I wasn't too sure if you're talking about the weather or the Holland Hurricanes from PEI.
Who were successful this morning as they defeated the Hunsik Indians to finish in 7th place at Seaway Park 1. Woolley's passed down to Yili Heitinen and goes out of play as Heitinen asking for the referee for a little tug from Joshua Mills.
And looking at the physiques of all the players, Mo, good size, both teams well balanced in height.
Great size, great speed. Up overhead, and here is Joshua Prentice Proctor, one of the key players of the Humber Hawks. And here comes Joshua Mills down the right wing flank. He surveys and he waits. He's got Chris Minsky to his right. Drops off, and that's cleared away by number 4, Daniel Morello, who's had a strong tournament for the Capilano Blues.
Yeah, Proctor, a 50-year player, you can tell his maturity out there, just with the way he handles the ball and calms the rest of the team down.
Krasinski will have the throw-in. He goes deep inside, and that goes past. And out of bounds, Jesse Assing, who has a goal in this tournament, couldn't get to it. Floodlights are about to come on now, and we'll have great viewing for the viewers at home. And, of course, here in the stands at Seaway Park with the lights about to come on in a mere moments.
And you can do double duty on Sportsnet. You can check out, I don't know if you can go side to side on your iPad or whatever, but you can also watch the Women's Championships taking place right now.
Absolutely. On SportsCanada.tv, your proud home of the 2015 Men's and Women's Tournament going on right now in Peterborough, Ontario, and St. Lambert, Quebec. Throw-in coming up for the Capilano Blues early on here in this opening minutes of play. The Blues, the 3 seed, the Humber Hawks, the 1 seed. A long throw-in into the box it comes. Prentice Proctor heads it over. Back down. Yili Heitinen can't get to it. Cleared away by Krasinski. Not too far away. Faratus has it. And here is Fury Marino. Woolley applying support now. He's in the box. Well defended by Krasinski. And he'll get knocked over by Woolley. And that will be a foul. And it will be a free kick going the other way for the Humber Hawks.
We're looking at the Women's Championships. It features the Garneau Elans against the Nate Ooks. And once again, those two teams, the amount of gold medals, silver medals, and bronze medals are conducive to the men's teams. So they both dynasties in the women's and men's. So some great soccer programs in the 4 respective schools.
So we have a great Final Four, 2 men's, 2 women's here. Amini has that ball out of harm's way. Amini took a shot against KPU, and he is healthy. It looks like he's ready to go. And we talk about that day off for both these schools. It looks like these two teams look refreshed early on in this matchup. Krasinski set the throw in. And here he gets it back. Woolley stops, and he'll pop it around. And now here comes Yili Heitinen. He loses possession. Amini gets it down, and Krasinski right away back to the back 4 of the Humber Hawks. Played around. Kingsley Boysico, one of the key defenders now. And here is Fury Marino. And a whistle in the play as Dominic Roberts, the left back, was called. But now it appears it will go back to the Hawks going the other way.
Well, balanced play so far. There's really been a 50-50 split of play for possession for both teams. We don't see a lot of touches, and the defense is really stepping up right now in the opening minutes.
Dominic Roberts, the left back. the fourth year from Ajax, Ontario. Up ahead. Now here come the Capilano Blues. They've controlled the bulk of possession. Eli Heitinen. He'll drop it off. A long through ball back in. Roberts heads it right back over. Keep an eye out for number 19, Janelle Hoylett. And if you don't know that name is very familiar in the Canadian soccer world, as the Hoylett family has produced an abundance of talent for the soccer world. Foul on the play, and now we'll go back to the Humber Hawks. Janelle Hoylett playing on the left wing. Set up a gorgeous goal for Assing against Champlain St. Lambert on day one of competition, and definitely has been a fantastic player. Played it right down. Too strong for Assing. Goes out of play. And number 8, Joshua Prentice-Proctor, the fifth year, with 2 highlight goals against Champlain St. Lambert and a strong game in the win over the Algonquin Thunder are the 2 highlights for the Hawks offense this season.
In both those games were 6-0 against the Cavaliers and 1-0 against the Thunder.
And here come the Hawks. Diagonal pass through. Joshua Mills, Morello, 50-50 challenge, and then goes out of bounds back to the Capilano Blues.
You know, if you're watching at home, Joshua Mills, you watch the form of running he has. He has the technique of a sprinter, keeping those hands straight, fingers pointed out and straight out. Good running form by the young man, number 27.
Mills, the Richmond Hills, Ontario native, first-year player, so he has plenty of time to grow in this Humber program with a few more years left to go. Here's Morello on the free kick. And he'll go out to his defense partner. This time to number 8 and Andreas Romo. So Capilano trying to stretch out this Humber formation. Long ball through. Eli Heitinen applying pressure, and he'll get to it first. Good slide tackle. Mills provides support with Kuzminski, and now Humber will reset in the way they come the other way. Mills. And now we're seeing a little bit of pressing from the Capilano formation here, Curtis. And here's Janelle Hoylett coming down the left wing. Hoylett has steam. In the box he comes. And that ball is deflected, and now the Hawks will have their first corner kick of the day.
And, you know, watching the corner kicks throughout this tournament, the last 4 days, you can see at this level the experience. They have a lot of set plays where a lot of soccer teams just kick the ball, hope to get a touch. A lot of these plays are set plays and have resulted in goals.
First corner of the afternoon for the Hawks. Short corner. Played right back from Assing back to Hoylett. Hoylett picks up steam. Here he is in the box. Hoylett. And he's muscled off right away by Andreas Romo, the defender from North Vancouver. You look at the Capilano roster, they have a lot of players from the North Vancouver, West Vancouver region on their roster.
Well, very few international players. They have one from Austria and one from Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia well represented at this tournament this year. Goal kick coming up here for the Capilano Blues. The Pac West champions taking on the OCAA champions. One will win gold. And he goes out of play on a run by Janelle Hoylett.
What I like here, Mo, is like watching a game on Xbox because both teams are fluid. They're going back and forth. You know, some of the games you watched earlier, some of the players were walking. In the early stages here, both the Blues and Hawks are moving fluidity on offense and defense.
I've been in more of a PS4 type of guy, actually.
Okay.
Shot through and an easy save in the first shot on net for the Humber Hawks. They get it on net. So we'll see how this plays out right now. In the first 11 minutes or so, it's been a good flow to this game here. Not many stoppages as both teams looking to open up at some point. Wind has died down dramatically, so that may not be a factor as we move along. Prentice-Proctor takes a shot in the midsection. Amini might be the culprit of that situation here as he goes to see how Prentice-Proctor is doing, and he gets up on both feet right away.
And nothing but compliments to the officials at the CCAA Men's Soccer Championships. They've kept control of all 13 games leading up to today. An excellent job for the officials and linesmen and fourth official.
Joshua Prentice-Proctor, the fifth year. 2 goals in this tournament. Looking to end his career on a strong note with a gold medal around his neck. quickly upfield. Yeli Heitinen immediately provides pressure. That goes off, and here's Yeli Heitinen. And away come the Capilano Blues. Morello down the line, and Yeli Heitinen nowhere near that ball as the Humber Hawks will get to that first, and Chris Minsky will have the third one coming up. Wind now becoming a big factor. As I said, it died down, it picks up. Here's Yeli Heitinen on the left wing. Perez Proctor provides support. Amini just outside the box, trying to go through 4 players back to Yeli Heitinen. He crosses it through. Amini drops down on his back. Played around, and back over it is the Humber Hawks, and they clear it out of harm's way. Joshua Mills. And now here's the breakout for the Humber Hawks. Look at what they want. Away they go. Janelle Horlick gets the pass. One-on-one. Horlick exploding right through. And that goes right to the goalkeeper. And right now it seems like the Hawks are finding some creases in the back 4 of the Capilano defense.
Yeah, that was, that's unusual to see the ball to go that distance from one side of the field to the other, because usually there's a defender there to pick that off.
High kick. Yeli Heitinen heads it up forward. Fury Marino can't get to it. Played it right over. And here come the Capilano Blues. Amini keeps it alive along the sidelines. Capilano scoring the waves, and now Yeli Heitinen brought down. It'll be a foul. It'll be a free kick coming up here for the Capilano Blues.
I like the defensive play of Humber Hawks, number 16, Kingsley Woseko. He got up there twice for some big headers, tall, lanky lad at 6'3", but he's also keeping low to the ground on defense. Quite impressed with that young man, number 16.
So here's the first free kick coming up for the Capilano Blues. Amini will take this free kick. This is from a 45-degree angle, probably about, I would say, 27 yards away from goal. Wind is picked up, so he'll be kicking it into the stiff breeze. We're hoping to get proper weight on this kick. Here we go. Amini swings it in. Woolley gets his head on that, and that will go out. And kept alive by...
There was a lot of jostling in that penalty box between the teams. It reminded me of Walmart days when they had Dollar Day sales. It was just amazing. They're in there just banging away.
Up ahead, here comes Janelle Horlick. On his 6th gear, Horlick is brought down, and finally whistle is blown, as this time it is number 14, Faratus, who will be called for the foul. So both teams have been exploiting the speed down the flanks here. Does that change the formation for either side to maybe go more defensive?
I think both teams are just playing what got them here to the championships. The Humber Hawks, a scoring team, the Capilano, a scoring team also.
The Daisy up ahead. Great job by Morello, and that's cleared out of harm's way for throwing for the Humber Hawks. Quickly throwing in. Here is Magno, who scored a goal for the Hawks. And down the flank goes to Joshua Mills. Mills at the back line, swings into the box, and cleared away by the Capilano Blues. Horlick. He gets knocked over, and that will go out of bounds. So Janelle Horlick getting a lot of touches on the ball early on here, trying to get him more involved as he move along.
And I love the speed of Joshua Mills, 27. You can tell he's from a track and field background just with his running form. He's one of the few players out there actually losing the proper techniques for sprinting up the field.
Morello clears it back out just outside the box. Here's Janelle Horlick again. A ball through the box, cleared out. Headed right by Amini. And back out. Boysko now gets to it as Fury Marino, my apologies, now applying pressure. Horlick onside. One-on-one. Drop pass, and here is Roberts coming down, flaring down the left side, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. So we're seeing Humber really get deeper and deeper inside the Capilano end.
Well, when you score 42 goals, you're used to going one way most of the time, while only allowing 7 during the season. And it's going to be interesting to see, who the all-stars are for this tournament, as picked by the CCAA, because a lot of talent out there.
They could probably take either side and be the all-star team, for all we know.
Well, I have my 2 favorites so far I've seen.
We're in the 17th minute of play here in this first half. 0-0 between Capilano and the Humber Hawks. And let's not forget, for those who've been watching this from day one, this will be the traditional soccer formation. If it ends up being a tie score after 90 minutes, they'll go to 30 minutes with potential PKs at the end.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of PKs or penalty shots in any sports. I think you just go until somebody wins.
Well, we'll be very frozen by the time that could happen. Hopefully that's not the case to be. Headed right back into Humber territory. Here are the Capilano Blues. And a bear hug, this time by Boysico, and that will be a free kick for Amini coming up. This game brought to you by Adidas, the official apparel and soccer ball of the 2015 CCAA National Championships. Ball in the box. Yali Heitman got a great height on that. Couldn't turn his head the other way. Whistle, and that will go against Capilano and back to the Hawks. So this will be a free kick coming up here for the Humber Hawks. Good flow to this first half.
Yeah, that was Christian E. Hintonen, who had 3 goals so far in the opening frames coming into this game. And standing 6'1", he got excellent height on that header, but as you mentioned, didn't get the proper direction.
Long ball through. Janelle Hoylet almost got a partial breakaway as that was cleared away by number 2, Nicholas Morello. And that goes out of bounds for a corner kick. This will be another corner kick coming up here for the Humber Hawks, and they've been very dangerous on set plays in this tournament. And now the Hawks have about 5, now 6 Navy shirts at the lip of the 18-yard box. Hoylet swings it in, and a big save for Capitol's own Hudson Nellis. And now he'll get it upfield with Fieri Marino, the only player up ahead for the Capilano Blues. Long ball through, played down. Dominic Robertson goes out of bounds and back to the Blues.
Once again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing any players' names, usually because I'm volunteering right now. So usually if I was getting at my job, I'd go down, talk to the coaches, get the proper phonetics. But I've been going back and forth at hotel, covering the ACAC, be it women's soccer or men's soccer, including cross-country this week.
Headed right back down. Joshua Mills can't get to it. Played up, and now Mills. Ferratus wasn't able to get through. And now here's Morello, who's had a strong opening 20 minutes of play here at CUA Park. Krzyminski. He loses possession. And now they regroup and go right back. Magno. And Aston is tripped up. Play on. Amini brought down by Magno.
Right now, the players can't let their emotions get the better of them, And one thing that's interesting in both teams that we've seen compared to the other 13 games prior to this, when the ball goes in touch, some of the teams wait to whoever throws the ball in. Here, whoever's closest to the ball is throwing the ball real quick, so that offense is moving really quick for both sides.
As Amini and Magno have a little conversation, and it'll be a free kick for Amini. And from this angle against KPU, he had a gorgeous dip of a free kick that was deflected in for a goal. So this is his strength right now. Amini.
Solid young man.
And Capilano knows he can get this again. Headed right through. Cleared away. So Humber avoids.
Oh, my!
Stolen. Here comes the Humber Hawks. Breakaway. Coming in. Shoots. And they miss. Michael Agabuki misses that kick. The 30-year from Mississauga, Ontario, got tripped up by Nellis, but Agabuki had all day and a cup of coffee, but could not get that ball into the nets.
Well, the goalie hesitated for 1 second. Should I come out? Should I not come out? He had 2 players. He saw the angle. He went out, and he stopped it. Good, smart move by the goalie for Capilano.
The first breakthrough in this matchup ends up being a mishit from Humber, and it remains 0-0 in the 21st minute of play. And you wonder, Chris, that might be a game changer at the end of the game if it ends up being a win for Capilano. Free kick coming up for the Hawks. Prentice Proctor brought down.
Just that Agabuki kept control of the ball too, because a lot of players will, see that opening and the wide open and mishandle the ball. He had a good shot at goal and a good attempt, but the goalie was up to the stop.
Long pass up ahead. Joshua Mills. Morello heads it right back down. And here comes Yeli Heitman. Fieri Marino. Defended well by Humber. a handball as Desi comes through for the Humber Hawks. Here's Perez Proctor. On his left foot, he'll regroup. Got Boysko to his immediate left and going long to Janil Hoylet. Capilano defends that well. Amini. He's brought down and play on. Hoylet coming down the left wing. Hoylet one-on-one. Going into the box, and Devin Woolley clears that out of the box and kept alive by Capilano. Down the pitcher goes.
Good support on the defense for the Capilano University team from North Vancouver.
You think weather might be a factor for the Capilano Blues, knowing that they're more acclimatized to a lot warmer than this in mid-November in Montreal?
Well, if it was raining, they'd feel at home.
It was raining the last couple of days. Hoylet being guarded closely now by 2 Capilano players. Hoylet still with possession. Here he comes. Away goes Hoylet down the back line. Passes right through the crease. It's poked out of harm's way. This time Morello coming through on the goal line, and that was almost another goal for Humber.
We kept it in play on the end line. I think some of the Capilano players thought it was going out of bounds. It was like walking a tightrope. You call that the Walenda move.
That is true. That is very, very true.
Had the opportunity to interview one of the Walendas a couple months ago, Rick Walenda, and you talk about in sports where you can make 40 or 50% of the errors of the time. He makes one mistake, it's game over.
And right now that almost costs Capilano a goal down the back line. Roberts swings it in, and it goes right to Nellis. So no question now in the last 12 minutes or so, it has been all Humber with the quality of chances going towards them inside the 18-yard box of the Capilano territory.
Well, Daniel Morello cleared that ball out of the crease, and there was a possibility that could have gone on the foot of one of the Humber Hawks players to, bring the first game goal of the game with 21 minutes in, I believe.
Up ahead, Yelly Heitinen takes a trip from Roberts. Perez Proctor now being double-teamed by Amini and Fieri Marino. Here is another whistle, and a player goes down for the Humber Hawks. It might be Nicholas Morello. We'll get the exact number if it's number 22. 14. Is it 14? Yes, it is number 14. My apologies. It's Ferratus who's down. And now they'll signal in the trainer for the Capilano Blues for some assistance.
The play has been in favor. The opening minutes, it was 50-50, but the play is now in favor of the Humber Hawks. And once again, just look at the goals during the year, 42 goals for 7 goals against. So they have that mentality to charge, let the offense do its work. And you can see on the touches when they get that ball, automatically it's within a split second, that ball is up the field. There's no looking around. They have set plays to get that ball in play. And
I stand corrected. It is Dominic Roberts, number 14 for the Humber Hawks, who got the yellow card. Trying to get the number figured out for the Capilano Blues, whether or not, if it is Nicholas Morello. This game brought to you by Big Kahuna, the official retailer of the CCAA National Championships. Johnston's, the official championship award ring provider of the CCAA. And let's not forget that next year at this time, the Nationals will be held at
Fort McMurray, Alberta, the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo at Shell Place. CMS Stadium sits nearly 5,000, and we have about 10 heated with hot food suites that I'll be announcing out, hopefully out of one of them.
So you'll be very warm then.
Yes.
Amini swings the ball in, a high, headed away. Brought out, a shot, tipped, great save. And offside it is, but a big save for Humber as now both teams have had their chances, but that was an offside going against Capilano.
Well, it brought excitement for the Capilano University fans here in attendance.
As number 15, Christian Yelly Heitinen got ahead on that, but he was a yard and a half ahead of the flow of play. Played upfield. Morello. Back out. Headed right back down by Yelly Heitinen. Here's Amini. Perez Proctor providing support. Assing. Perez Proctor. Assing again. Perez Proctor. Nice 1-2 punch. Here's Jesse Assing. Joshua Mills, my apologies. Perez Proctor. Assing. Mills, a dummy play now to Krzyminski. Coming through, and he's forced out by Morello, and that should be a corner kick coming up here for the Humber Hawks, and it is. So the Hawks will have another corner kick, and it'll be Daniil Horlet who will take this corner kick for the Hawks.
We'll look for Assing or Proctor, the two big scorers, to possibly get ahead on this ball.
Horlet swings it in, and it goes over the head of Boyaseko, who was the closest Hawk to it.
That's one of the few through balls we've seen in this tournament so far with the corner kicks. Usually, it's right on the spot, be it low or just at head level.
Ferratus. Up the field it goes, kept alive, and it goes out of bounds, and now it will be Humber throwing coming up here from Dominic Roberts. Daniil Horlet kept alive, and it goes out of bounds. And again, Agabuki, who missed the breakaway goal. You wonder how his psyche is now with the golden opportunity.
Well, he soon forgot that. He knows there'll be another opportunity. He'll work a bit harder to kind of make up for that. But the goalie came out, did a great stop. Nails.
Goal kick, and the wind definitely carried that one for the Capilano Blues. And it goes right behind the action as Stuart Elliott, number 11. Another specialist for the Capilano Blues couldn't get to that.
And a shout out to the young students from Champlain College, the Cavaliers of the audiovisual department. They're up 3 cameras up high on cranes, and they have to stay up there for 45 minutes operating those cameras just for a few credits. Well, not just for a few credits, but for credits at school.
A remarkable job. Of course, we give a huge salute to the Champlain AV department, doing a great job, and of course, SportsCanada.tv for providing the visuals on their website for this 2015 national tournament. And away comes Daniil Horlet. Horlet on his right foot brings it back out to Dominic Roberts. Roberts, the left back, gets knocked over by Woolley. Still with possession, and he gets knocked out of bounds. And that will be a free kick coming up here for the Humber Hawks.
Well, the Capilano Blues on defense, they're not waiting for the Humber Hawks to attack. They're attacking the Hawks on defense, trying to take that ball away instead of waiting in a defensive shell.
Horlet swings it in. Brought down. Assing on his right foot. Headed away. And now here come the Capilano Blues, the other way on the counterattack. The Blues, and well defended again by Assing, and that goes out of bounds. And that will be an actual Capilano throw-in.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Jesse Assing. He took the kick on a chest, and then he tried to turn around for the shot.
Yeli Heitinen puts it through the box, and a whistle on the play, and that will go against the Hawks, and it appears Yeli Heitinen is down on his knees. I'm taking an open cleat that appears on his right ankle, and now it is a yellow card, and now a red card.
Oh, my.
To Dominic Roberts.
That's huge.
Dominic Roberts has been issued another yellow, and as a result, he is out of the game.
That is huge, and that's at the 30th minute mark.
This is a big blow to the Humber Hawks. Capilano now given a golden opportunity.
Dominic Roberts, in the 24th minute, results in a red card.
As Dominic Roberts, the fourth year from Ajax, Ontario, urging on his team to take it home. What if turn events here, as now Humber will be 10 men the rest of the way.
That changes the whole aspect of the game. Head coach Michael Aquino will now have to regroup.
Now, does he pull off a substitution pattern to get a defender out there and play essentially with a single striker in the formation?
I think he'll stick with what he has, but a lot of thinking is going through his head right now. What should we do? To regroup.
And now Humber will be at its biggest test. Swung into the box, headed away. Ferratus can't get it out. Now here come the Hawks. Dominic Roberts kicked out. Janelle Hoyt now has got some speed. Here he comes and cleared away by Devin Woolley, a sound defender for the Capilano Blues. And we probably see a little switch with Janelle Hoyt now playing as more of a central role than as a winger.
And this is where coaching comes into play more so than the rest of the game.
Play down low. Agabuki. And now Devin Woolley gets cleated, and that will be a free kick.
It's like in the sport of basketball mode, you know, some teams you'll see if they have 40 seconds to go and the other team has the ball, they're down. They're not too sure when to foul or how to foul. So that's if the coach teaches them that. So now if head coach Michael Aquino has taught his team, what do we do when we're down a man with still a half to go? And that's, you know, so right now coaching during the season comes into fruition.
Free kick for Capilano. And that ball dies out again. And a great hustle by the Humber Hawks. Prentice Proctor running the pace, and it goes off the leg of Morello and out of play. But great hustle from the Hawks on that sequence. Quick throw in. Agabuki now inside the box. And it goes right straight to Nellis, and it'll be a kick coming up. And from the looks here right now, Chris, the ball definitely dying in the wind here. But it appears again that Janelle Hoyt has gone back to his left wing position as opposed to the central role. Played down. Magno. Here's Kuzminski. Kuzminski bumped off by Morello. Still with possession, and it goes out for a goal kick.
And a gutsy call by the lead official to call that call, knowing that it would be a possible red card. And that came at the 30-minute mark as Dominic Roberts went out. And that's surprising, too, because you think that would be happen to a rookie. Roberts, a fourth-year player, getting called on the mental lapse. Now his team down to one man.
A chess match has ensued now for Capilano and the Humber Hawks. What adjustments will the Hawks do at halftime? Eli Heitman can't get to it. Goes out, played right back out of play. Here, this game brought to you by Sport Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA. Sport Canada, proud sponsor of the 2015 tournaments. Played right back. Here's Amini. Back over, Amini. Double teamed as Joshua Mills now onto the left side of the formation as he has the flexibility of playing multiple positions out there for the Humber Hawks. Magno. Great move up ahead, and here comes Magno. Down the flank it comes to Janelle Hoyt. One-on-one. Hoyt trying to cut across the grain. He does. Hoyt still with possession. Prentice Proctor. Looks like Humber is not even down a man with the way they've been moving the ball. Slide tackle. Well done by Capilano's own number 8 and Anders Romo. And it goes out of play.
Well, down a player, the one player that stepped up his game is Geraldo Magno, the midfielder. He's taken control of that game, brought the ball up twice, stopped a couple players. So Capilano right now, they can't be overconfident saying, well, we're going to get this goal because we're up one player.
Hoyt, as we approach 10 minutes left here in this first half, a fast-moving first half between the Humber Hawks and the Capilano Blues. And here come the Hawks. And that's taken away by Woolley. Devin Woolley will take his time upfield. Plays it up, and here comes Stuart Elliott. He loses possession to Amini. Amini can't get it back. Amini's brought down. Here's Hoyt playing the advantage. Coming into the box. Hoyt stops. Cleared away by Woolley. As Agabuki cannot get to that cleanly, and brought down is Stuart Elliott, and it goes back to the Capilano Blues.
With 9:29 remaining, if this goes scoreless into the first half, I think the second half will be in favor, although they're down one player, as the Humber will be in favor of the Humber Hawks. They'll be able to say, we held off this team for 15 minutes, not allowing them to score, and Capilano will say, up one player, we couldn't score with 15 minutes.
So a mental victory, or moral victory for
I think that'll be huge for the Humber Hawks if this remains scoreless.
Morello header, and that was almost deflected in by Fieri Marino. And now the Hawks realize that they have to be cautious about how they approach this next part of the game. They look very confident being 10 men. Chipped up ahead. Play right back, stolen. Here come the Blues, looking to draw first blood in this game. Both teams have had chances. However, it remains at 0. Throwing coming up for the Blues. Long throw in just inside the box. Brought down, no whistle. Prentice Proctor now will bring it upfield. The way he goes. He muscles his way through, and now it appears going down is Andreas Romo. And this, it looks like it will be a card issued and a red card.
Oh, my.
A turn of events now as the Humber Hawks are now down 2 men.
Well, that was surprising. I didn't see a red card coming there.
And the fans here in attendance from the Humber Nation are even shocked. All fans who are now watching this game cannot believe what just transpired. I didn't see any elbow. There was contact. There's no doubt about that, but no elbow that merited a red card for Prentice Proctor.
Like, once again, we're not officiating, but and it's the hardest job in sports to officiate, but I thought it was more incidental contact than anything else. But the call has been made. Both teams have to live with that. And with 7 minutes running, that's huge now, as the Humber Hawks will be playing with 9 players against 11.
And the turn of events has definitely swayed in favor of the Capilano Blues, who now have a 2-man advantage the rest of the way.
But what I noticed, when they were down only 1 at the time, you mentioned the one word confident, and I think another 5-letter word that has to be implemented now for the Humber Hawks is they can't panic down those 2 players.
So we'll see what becomes of their formation. I mean, they have to alter it somehow, right? They have to bring in some guys here. They have to move around some chess pieces. Down 2 men here. It's like in hockey, pretty much a game-long power play for the Capilano Blues.
Yeah, and you don't see that very often, down 2 players in the sport of soccer at most levels.
Amini. The true test for the Humber Hawks begins. The Blues now coming into the box. And it goes out of bounds for a corner kick. And here comes an ultimate test for the Humber Hawks on a corner kick. And you wonder if fatigue might set in for the Humber Hawks, given that they're 2 men down and Capilano might control possession the rest of the way.
No, they're a well-conditioned team. You could see the Humber Hawks team. It's attested by the amount of goals they've scored this year.
Into the box it goes, cleared out. And now Capilano will maintain possession. Morello, Amini pushed off. Akabuki, and that will be another free kick coming up here. And some of the fans here are not happy at all with the refereeing.
Well, emotions of the fans is evident. The emotions of the players, you got to give credit to Michael Aquino.
Amini swings it in, heads it down low, and a save by Humber as they avoid the first wave of attack from the Capilano Blues with 4:50 left here in this first half. For those joining us here on Sports Canada TV, the Humber Hawks are now down to 9 men the rest of the way. Dominic Roberts, 2 yellow cards, and Joshua Perez Proctor was given a yellow initially, but given a straight red afterwards. Here's Janelle Hoylett. He trips up, and he will go down in a huff.
And the loss of Proctor is huge because he had 3 goals in this tournament heading in. That's 3 goals in only 2 games.
And now the chess match really unfolds. Here comes the Capilano Blues. Back inside Humber territory. Space to work with. Swinging in. Cleared away. And you wonder, Curtis, how long can they hold, serve, and keep the Blues at bay with this formation that they have going on with so much space out there?
Well, Mo, I'm a huge believer in body language, in sports, and there's a lot of confidence in that body language right now by the Humber Hawks.
Played out into the box. And that goes out of play for throwing for the Capilano Blues. 3:40 left in this first half. This game brought to you by Big Kahuna, the official retailer of the CCAA National Championships. Throwing about to embark now for the Blues. Into the box it goes. Woolley heads it forward, and that will go out for a goal kick.
Well, the Humber Hawks went down 2 men with a red card and the 2 yellows leading to red, and they're down 2, and that came at 6 minutes in. The play was restarted, so for nearly 3 minutes, the Capilano teams only had 2 shots on goal in 3 minutes with 2 extra men.
And you know, the Humber players are definitely trash talking the Capilano players. Magno and Yelly Heighton going at it. Horlet. Gino Horlet gets tapped, and that will be a free kick going to the Humber Hawks. Played up. Not ready is Aston, and here comes Devin Woolley. Going diagonal cross. Intended for Yelly Heighton, headed away by Desi. Now, if you're Capilano, does that change your formation to be a little bit more aggressive, knowing that you have a 2-man advantage the rest of the way?
Well, of course. You know, you can be a bit more hesitant on defense and push forward a lot more and look for that open man on the wing. And, you know, both it's a coaching, you said a chess match, it's a coaching strategies now. At halftime is going to be very important what the coaches say to the teams.
Throwing coming up for the Hawks as we're rapidly approaching the end of the first half. And as I always do with my injury time prediction, I believe there will be about 3 minutes at a time to this first half. Play down. Woolley. Back over. Romo. Morello. Here he has space. He's got Yelly Heighton down the left flank. Morello still with it. Ferratus, and great job by Hoylet, and away come the Humber Hawks. Krasinski now down the flank he goes. He's got some space to work with. Krasinski, that's a slide tackle out, and that could be a penalty. It'll be a corner kick instead, as Romo got ball, not legs.
Good tackle, you know, and the fans are excited, and I'm not too excited right now, but in the presence of this is a game that's over, I still have confidence that the Humber Hawks, you know, are favored to win this game, although down 2 players.
Down 2 men. They look like they have 11 men on the pitch, by the way they've been playing the last 10 minutes of play.
Well, they were in control of their opening minutes.
Janelle Horlet chips it up ahead, and right into Nellis' hands it goes. And now Humber will have to get back on defense. Well defended by Krasinski. Magno. Krasinski spins out of it. And now it goes right back, and Humber now being encouraged by their fan base. Agabuki. Assing. A through ball, and Horlet missed it by a couple of steps.
The sad thing about the game is I know that if the
3 minutes of injury time.
Well, you called it right on. I know if the Humber Hawks do lose, there'll be a young sports writer out there, and the headlines will put in Hawks see nothing, or Hawks see red or something like that.
Oh, that's a pretty good headline. 3 minutes at a time. Played right through, down low, and here is Agabuki. Assing. Horley can't get to it, picked off. Here comes Ferratus. Ferratus gets it back on the touch from Yeli Heitinen. Going wide and cleared away by Joshua Mills. And that will be a free kick going for the Humber Hawks.
Humber Hawks will just, stay in that defensive position, take away the ball, and then they'll look for, as you saw recently, they'll look for that quick break up the side or up the middle for a possible shot on goal.
Do you get the feeling that we're not done with the cards being issued out here by the style of Capilano, because they've been very close of themselves to get a yellow or red card along the way?
I can see frustration coming their way if they don't get a goal, up 2 players. I don't see another card coming for Humber Hawks, because the official in the back of his mind said, I've already given out 2 cards, I can't give out a third.
Unless it's blatant, of course. Here's Amini, brought down by Agabuki. Play on. And as ironic as it is, the spacing that the Humber Hawks have, they will now go down. Hoylet is onside. 1-on-2. Gino Hoylet tries to get around, and he can't do so against a Capilano Blues defense. There's no doubt that this has opened up tremendously given that there's 2 less players, but you wonder now, as you made the point, Curtis, will the Blues get frustrated if they can't get that first goal very soon? Morello. Woolley pointing towards it. Now Morello going against the grain. Back out to Romo. Here is Ferratus. Down the line it goes to number 22 and Nicholas Morello. Crossover step. Nicholas Morello going one-on-one with Joshua Mills. Morello. Amini. Back out. Still alive right now, and a great job by Agabuki. And here comes the Humber Hawks. Krzyminski to his right. And Boyaseko, my apologies, brought down, and that'll be a free kick now. And it appears, you made a great point there, Chris, that Capilano is getting a little bit flustered by this. And
if this goal scored us into the half, I still put the Humber Hawks favored to win this game, even though they have two, they're down 2 players. I still have them favored to win this game.
Here is Joshua Mills. And goes out off of Agabuki back to Humber, my apologies. A great crowd on hand here for this final at Seaway Park. A lot of Humber Hawks fans in attendance. Long throw in. Played up by Ferratus. Kicked away, back out. And here comes Joshua Mills. Mills. He can't get around the last wave of defense. And at the end of the first half, it is 0-0, but the storyline is that 2 men less for Humber Hawks. Stay tuned for the next 45 of SportsCanada.tv, your proud home of the 2015 CCAA Men's Championship game.
Adds some extra dilemma to the teams, some
Shots
extra
in
excitement.
favor of Humber 4-2 on net. Humber is 4 on net. Capilano has 2. I'd like to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to our awesome webcast crew for the day. Our webcast crew have done an amazing job, from Veronica Colini, William Faithful, Patrick Straub, and led by Barkley Watt. You guys have done a great job with the online feed today. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate the hard work and our great commentators. Mo Khan and Curtis J. Phillips, thank you guys for commentating the games. We're starting in about 15 minutes time for the second half of the gold medal game right here at Seaway Park 3.
For the presentations after the game, are you giving out like you're doing each player each team, like, or just all stars?
Non.
Tu peux me parler en français?
Je dois prononcer, je dois tenter des noms des joueurs, 3e,
Ok, pour gagner en dehors.
mais les autres non.
Pas les awards là?
Ouais, je fais les All-Stars aussi.
Ok.
2-2 and they call one again. 2.
Welcome back to the second half. We are underway as Capilano going left to right on your screens on sportscanada.tv. Curtis J. Phillips, Mo Khan here for the last 45 minutes or more, who knows. Storyline of the first half, 2 men down for the Humber Hawks. Now they are going to have to play this the rest of the way. We'll see what they do moving ahead here, Curtis.
Well, as you mentioned, 2 men down, so the storyline is Humber down 2 with a goal for 5, their 5th gold medal to tie the Capilano Blues with their 5 gold medals in CCAA men's history, or will Capilano up 2 go for their 6th gold medal in CCAA men's soccer history?
And we have a whole half to go here, and now a down Capilano player. We'll see what number that is here. This game brought to you by Sport Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA. Adidas, the official part of the CCAA National Championships, here from Seaway Park in St. Lambert, Quebec. Amini will take this free kick, and right away they'll play it up. Now we can see Capilano is going to be pressing away over here. Amini crossing over Hoylet. Amini going to the left, back out to Woolley. Faratust now being pressured by Krasminski. Played off and out of bounds it goes, as it appears Humber Hawks have now brought in Daniele Clemente, the midfielder from Toronto, Ontario, into the game.
So it's really important what the respective head coaches, Capilano Blues in white, what Paul Daly said to them. You know, you guys, you're up 2, keep playing your game. And head coach Michael Aquino for the Humber Hawks down 2 probably told his players, you know, our game is scoring goals. It'll come sooner or later, stay in a defensive shell and look for that open man on the far pass.
Morello. That's Nicholas Morello, that is. Here is Stuart Elliott, and well played by Joshua Mills, who's now moved to the left back role for the Hawks. Morello again. Chips it over. Meany, too much. Now will be a goal kick coming up for the Humber Hawks. Now, how important is these next 15 minutes now for the Capilano Blues? Coming out of break, hoping to get that kill shot in and be up potentially 1-0, if not more.
Very important, because they were up 2 men when the ball was back in play for 6 minutes of regulation time, extra 3 minutes of extra time. So for 9 minutes in the first half, they were up 2 men, and they only really had 1 true shot on goal during that 9 minutes. So psychologically, it's beneficial for the Humber Hawks are in the driver's seat right now, in my opinion, although they're down 2 players.
Here's Amini. Chips it up ahead. Played it out. Fiore Marino can't get it to Yeli Heitinen, and Yeli Heitinen now showing his frustrations. And if you're Humber, what do you do in this opening part of this second half here? Are you going to try to go aggressive, or just play more defensive and let things unfold and let it play itself out?
Yeah, I think they'll get that defensive shell and look for that quick pass up the middle to the wingers. They have some speed on the side, as they're showing right now, and just look for that quick open pass and a break, because Capilano may be forcing the offense trying to get that goal.
Krasminski clears that out. And out of bounds it goes. This game brought to you by Johnson's, the official championship award ring provider of the CCAA. Don't forget, we'll have the post-game ceremonies from Seaway Park after this game is completed, whether it will be a Capilano or a Humber gold medal win. Played up ahead, cleared back down. And you can see right now, Curtis, that you can see the formation for the Humber Hawks a lot more condensed, a lot more compact with who is now at the top of the formation with Janelle Horlet.
And I always have to use the analogy of basketball, because that's a sport I played at a high level. And, going down to the States, having a lot of fun down there playing. And it's just that in basketball, if you're playing half court or just in the key, a lot of times it's on 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. The guy just playing 1 on defense usually wins, because he knows where the lanes are.
Whistle in the play, and it'll be a free kick coming up here. And now you can see the frustration being vented by the Humber Hawks out there on the pitch. And now the referee having a discussion. With Magno.
And Magno's been a key at that midfield. When they went down 2 men, he really picked up the action and was moving that ball forward. You don't want to lose him to a yellow card or a red card.
Oh, heaven forbid. If that's a red card, oh, God. That would be very, very sticky. Here comes Romo. Up ahead to Nicholas Morello. Down the line goes to Stuart Elliott. Elliott has support and goes out of bounds as a good job this time by number 15 in Jesse Assing. Throwing coming up for Nicholas Morello. Takes a running start, goes into the box. Deflected. Loose ball through the trees and now cleared out by Joshua Mills as it went through a force of legs and back out. Here is Amini. One-on-one with Joshua Mills. Amini trying to cross over Mills. Inching his way through. Janelle Hoyt helping out. Brought out. Morello swings that ball into the box and cleared it back out, and now will go out of bounds and back to the Humber Hawks.
Well, the Humber Hawks aren't panicking. You know, down 2 players. You can probably see it on the streaming on Sports Canada TV, saying where are the rest of the players. Well, they lost 2 to, 2 yellow cards was the second yellow card thrown, and 1 red card. So they're down 2, but they've been playing for 9 minutes in that first half, down 2 men, and still scored a game.
And to exactly pinpoint who those 2 men are, Dominic Roberts, the left back, and Joshua Prentice-Proctor, one of the key midfielders from the attack, no longer in the game.
And Proctor, had 3 goals in those first 2 games, so that's crucial. You're missing one of your top goal scorers.
Played upfield. Amini can't get to that. That goes out of bounds. Play quickly up ahead. Krzyminski to Assing. So right now, a little bit of a slow unfolding right now for both of these teams as we're 7 minutes through the second half of this game here.
And keep an eye on number 15, Jesse Assing, for the Humber Hawks in blue with gold trim. Look for him up that middle to possibly get a break if the offense, sometimes the offense is your worst defense, and that may be the case for Capilano Blues.
And right now an injured Capilano Blue on the sideline as the Humber Hawks get back the ball. There's no doubt that the air has been let out for the Humber Hawks, but they have to figure out how to get through this next 10 to 12 minutes of play here, working in small increments.
And once again, it's half-hour overtime, is it?
That is correct, plus PKs if it gets to that point. Played up. Here's Jesse Assing, as Curtis made the point before, and that will be a throw coming up for the Humber Hawks. There's no doubt prior to the ejection of the players that the Humber Hawks had the bulk of possession in their favor in quality of chances.
Well, if this went to penalty kicks, the Capilano University Blues would say, we couldn't score with 2 extra men in 81 minutes time.
Kingsley Boyseco, my apologies, makes a big slide tackle, and Joshua Mills clears that ball, and a whistle, and it'll be a free kick.
Some of the fans, wanting to get a yellow card called on Capilano Blues. The Humber fans looking for their own.
Played up. Jesse Assing can't get around Devin Woolley, and it goes right back to the Humber Hawks. Quick throw in. Here is a swing pass going across the field here. Here's Krzyminski. If that's the one thing that the Hawks have to do, Curtis, is maybe go wide on the Capilano Blues to stretch out their formation for maybe holes in between it.
In the Humber Hawks, when you talk about the CCAA from coast to coast to coast, the one school that's always mentioned as number 1 is Humber, a class organization. We know they have thousands upon thousands of students to draw from, but whatever sport they're in, they're always at the top of that sport.
And here comes Morello. Woolley. Amini. Morello again. Morello trying to inch his way through. Nice pass down the line, and Joshua Mills again doing a valiant job as the left back, and that will be a throw for the Humber Hawks. Visuals do not deny it. It's the bulk of play has been in the Humber end since the start of this second half, and we're 10 minutes through.
There's only been really one true shot attempt on goal, and that was handled quite easily by the Humber College Hawks goaltender. I was talking Montreal Canadiens before I came in here.
Brought through. Yeli Heitinen is offside, and it'll be a kick going the other way for the Humber Hawks.
The Montreal Impact. Maybe tell us a bit about that.
Well, this is a team now that has established themselves as the number 2 team in the city of Montreal. Of course, their phenomenal year they had with the Champions League earlier in the calendar year and bringing Didier Drogba halfway through the season, and a valiant playoff run as well. Fans have now become enamored with this franchise, and you wonder now if the sport of soccer in Quebec will grow even more than where it is as we speak. Of course, MLS now a big influence in the Vancouver and Toronto areas, and ironically enough, we have Capilano and Humber both in major MLS cities. Brought down is Holit. My apologies, Ferratus by Holit. Here is Amini, now on the left side of the formation. And now Krasinski is brought down. It's the first yellow to Amini, and the Bronx cheer from the Humber partisans has been bestowed on the head referee.
And it was good. We had 2 Impact players at the CCAA Awards banquet held at the Sandman Hotel in, I'm not pronouncing it right, Longueuil?
Longueuil.
Longueuil?
Longueuil, yeah. 12 minutes into the second half. A very slow developing second half here at Seaway Park. Long kick up ahead. Played right down. Here is Jesse Assing. First time Humber has penetrated deep into the last third of the Capilano end. It'll be a throw-in. All likely than not, this won't be many trips for the Humber Hawks inside the Capilano end. They have to max out on opportunities going the other way. A running throw-in coming in. Into the box it goes. Junior Hoylet. Woolley plays it around. Kept alive. And that will go for a corner kick.
Corner kick. They're bringing another player up from defense now.
I wish they will. It looks like Kingsley Boyaseko will come in. So Janil Hoylet will take the corner kick.
And Boseco, a tall, lanky lad at 6'3".
And Humber has to be aware of the counter, though. They can ill afford to allow the counter to go back the other way.
They have 3 defenders, 1 defender back and 2 up near the outside box.
Swinged in, headed away, and brought down. Here's Morello. And poked right back as now Humber will get back on time to their formation. His slide tackle on a clean play by the Humber Hawks. This time by number 11 in Desi.
Geraldo Magno with that stop. Really impressed with him, number 13 for the Humber College Hawks.
Romo up to that to number 3 in Thomas Arnott. Played out of bounds, and it goes right back to Capilano. And if we've reached that almost 15-minute mark here in this second half here and no score yet from Capilano, you wonder if tricks will play on their minds if they can't get that elusive first goal.
Well, that's nearly 25 minutes, up 2 players.
Absolutely. Here comes Joshua Mills. Along the sidelines they goes, and that was intended for Daniele Clemente. And if you are Humber, you have to pace yourselves. You can't overexert yourself and fatigue them as you move deeper and deeper into the second half.
No, they'll just look for that, play some defense and look for that one break to get a possible goal. And I was talking to one fan of the team, a player for another team, and he said, who do you think is going to win? And I said, well, to be honest, I still favor this game for the Humber Hawks. And he looked at me like I was crazy.
Anything is possible here, and here is Romo. Inching ever so close. Amini. He gets pushed off the ball. Here comes on the Humber Hawks. Away they go. Here is Agabuki. Boseco, my apologies. Boseco gets tripped up and ball goes into the box as Kingsley Boseco having a bigger role now in the second half. Clemente plays it back down. Here comes Fieri Marino. And Yeli Heitinen. It'll be a free kick going the other way as going down now is Dehadesi. And a yellow card for Yeli Heitinen. So now he's on a caution the rest of the way.
Very boisterous crowd, and the team still coming in. We'll see a couple of the teams. I believe the Hurricanes we've seen come in. The Canton College Huskies will be coming in soon too. So and Cavaliers are here, also the host team.
Played up ahead. Assing.
Carton jaune. Capilano yellow card. Animal hands. Number 15. Gary Heighton and Christian. In the 60th minute of play.
So this will be a throw coming up here for the
yellow card.
Humber Hawks. Now they've seen some of the action inside of the Capilano Blues end. Assing in the box, whistle on the play, and it'll be a penalty kick. In a turn of events here, Jesse Assing created a penalty shot opportunity, and now the fate of the Capilano Blues is on the feet.
See, Mo, I'm not surprised at this at all, just with the confidence they were playing. And, 25, 30 minutes, the frustration starts happening with the Capilano Blues saying, we can't score against these guys, and that gives much more confidence.
And here's Assing. The fate of this game will turn on Jesse Assing's right foot. Can he put Capilano down 1-0 and put Humber Hawks up by a goal? Assing taking a straight approach from the looks of it. Here we go. And a save. A remarkable save by Nellis. And you wonder now if momentum's gone back in favor of Capilano with the corner kick about to happen.
Well, in the psyche right now, just looking at the Humber Hawks players, I saw 4 players, heads went down, hands on the hips. You can't have that, because then in the psyche you're saying, well, you let yourself down. But they know they can get it. They had a penalty shot. They'll maybe get another one.
Here comes the corner kick. Swung in, headed away. And now you wonder if Capilano has regained a second wind moving forward here, as we're now less than 28 minutes away from the end of 90.
Well, their blood pressure went from 70 over 130 to 90 over 140 just then. Or was it the opposite? I'm not too sure.
What a twisted tales of stories that we've had here so far in this game. 2 red cards, a missed penalty kick, and more to go. Here comes Monango. Back over to Kingsley Boyaseko. He loses possession. Shot! And it goes way wide, out of play, this time by Stuart Elliott, and this will be a corner kick. And now here's a real test coming towards the Hawks' way on a corner kick. Now, if you are the Capilano Blues, do you put one more extra body and just have one defender back, knowing that you are up 2 men in the advantage box?
Well, they're holding 2 back. They're not bringing that extra one up. So they just know. I don't think they bring that extra man. Just the speed of the Humber Hawks is prevalent.
Here comes Amini. Swings it in. Played out. Still in the box. And out of the box it goes. And a Capilano Blue now slowly getting up. And a great job this time by Desi, and it goes back down. Kept in and out of play it goes, and back. And now a Humber Hawk player is down on the ground. This game brought to you by Big Kahuna, the official retailer of the CCAA National Championships, Sport Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA. Quite the start here in the second half, Curtis. A missed penalty kick. And I think we've seen it all in this championship game.
Well, it's been interesting for a writer. It's a great storyline. So whoever's writing for the Humber Hawks and the Capilano Blues will have a lot of interesting scenarios to put down pen to paper or typewriter. I'm still, believe it or not, Mo, when I started my writing career in 1976, it was with typewriter and actual paper.
Substitution for the Humber Hawks. Sonnen Askenar comes in for Janelle Hoylett. And we'll see if Hoylett might factor in afterwards, but Askenar now in the game for the Humber Hawks. Magno loses possession. He's now trapped, and he gets it away. And this goes back to the Humber Hawks.
And the Humber Hawks have regained their confidence. You can see they're standing much straighter, more focused. Just a moment in time when they missed that penalty kick, and they've now recomposed themselves.
Long throw in. Here is Fieri Marino. Now trapped. And he gets away and now back out, and now will go forward and out of play. And now another Amini out and down on the ground here, and he'll get up. No card issued to the Humber Hawks. Throwing about to embark right now for the Humber Hawks, who are down 2 men. And we'll have to play like this for at least another 24 minutes and change in the full 90. Here's Askinar. Woolley steals it back. Askinar pushes them down, and that'll be a free kick going for the Capilano Blues. And they play it, but they'll have to redo that again.
One thing I've noticed here at Seaway Park, no seagulls today.
And now the whistle's been blown. I think the Seagulls have been given the red card in this game. And now Capilano giving their 2 cents to the referee about the decision making over here. Amini, it appears, will take the free kick, or maybe Morello. We'll see who will for the Capilano Blues.
Oh, you still have me smiling with that. Well, the
Seagulls?
Seagulls getting the red card. That brought a smile to my face.
This game brought to you by Crossover Intelligence, Verburn Medical Supply, and Impact Canopies Canada, proud sponsors of the 2015 CCAA. Romo, Faratus, back out Capilano, inching their way through. Here's Faratus again. Romo. Everyone behind the ball for the Humber Hawks. Brought down is Stuart Elliott. This will be a free kick coming up for the Capilano Blues. And now this is a dangerous sequence for the Hawks.
And what Capilano Blues did there made much more sense. What they've been trying to do the 30 minutes up 2 men. They took their time approaching on the defense and let the Humber Hawks go back, and results in a direct kick.
And here comes an opportunity from about 26 yards out. Amini's out there. And we'll see what decision he will make, if he will allow. Swung in and easily saved as the kick from Fieri Marino didn't have much dip to it. Coming through is Chris Zeminski. And that is poked out for a throw-in. Less than 22 minutes to go in this second half. Inching closer towards a gold medalist. However, we don't know who will be that gold medal winner, as there remains to be 0-0 in this game. Chris Zeminski. Asening. First move. Here comes Jesse Asening. He loses possession to Faratus. Faratus now picking up steam, and he's brought down. Play on, referee says. Morello. Nicholas, that is. Swung into the box. Over the head. Here's Amini. He swings into the box. Headed through. Off the post.
Well, that's the first true chance they've had on shot on goal. 34 minutes with that 2-man advantage it took them to get a header, and it hit the goal post.
So the first chance goes towards Capilano, and they hit the post. And you saw right there that being up 2 men definitely paid his dividends on that sequence. Joshua Mills. And you wonder if Luca Baldessari, the super sub for the Humber Hawks, might factor into this game. Baldessari was cut at training camp, brought back after an injury to one of their key players, and he has been a goal-scoring machine for this team this season. And it goes out of play.
You know, I think that goal may come from the foot of Geraldo Magno, the way he's been playing for the Humber Hawks, the midfielder.
Absolutely. He's had a good tournament so far. Morello with the throw-in. High into the air. Woolley heads it back. Headed away. Kick, and a rather weak kick for Devin Woolley. And that's will be a goal kick coming up here for the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, you know, he probably wish he had that one back. Didn't get a straight connection on that one for Woolley. Third-year player, as most of the players are, from North Vancouver.
Up ahead, Kingsley Boyseco, Joshua Mills. He's now going down and well covered by Nicholas Morello. Back out. And here comes Amini. Slide tackle. Clean play by Humber Hawks by Daniele Clemente. And here comes the Hawks. Ball in the box. Clemente back heel. Maybe one too many passes. And an elbow. And now a whistle in the play.
And that's just a goal-scoring mentality that the Humber Hawks have. They know they can score with 42 goals this season, only 7 allowed. And even though they're down 2 players, when they get that Ben Johnson Jets going.
And as we approach the inside 20 minutes here, we're now in the 70th minute of play. You wonder, as we said before, Curtis, if maybe frustration is building up in the Capilano Blues that they've not been able to crack this Humber code. Morello swings it back in, headed away. Morello's going to fight for it, and that is won by Nicholas Morello. Job well done by him, and here he comes. And hip check, this time from Jesse Assing, and it'll be a free kick for Amini, this time from about 33 yards out.
If they score, that's where they're going to get their goal off a free kick. That's where they're working the ball patiently and getting the tackles. That through ball is just not going to get them a goal at this time.
So Assing will take this through with this kick here. You want to feel goal for goal, or if he'll swing it in for maybe a deflection. Whistle in. Amini going for goal, headed right through. And a pile of bodies, and now Humber will avoid that. Joshua Mills. And here's Clemente trying to speed up and cleared away by Daniel Morello. Back out, Amini. Here's Nicholas Morello. Back over to Stuart Elliott, Devin Woolley. Ferratucci. Now you're seeing the Capilano Blues slowly move everybody up field. Played back out. Here's Ferratucci. Ball in the box. Deflected and easily handled.
But you see that heart of the Hawks. Clemente went down there knocked his wind out a bit, took 4 or 5 steps, took a deep breath, and he ran back because he knew his team needed him back on the defense.
And away come the Blues. Amini back towards the net. Brings it back out. Headed away, and this will go to Eugenio Garro, who will await, and now he'll pick up the ball with Stuart Elliott in and around the area.
I see this going to extra time, Mo.
Well, it feels like Humber's trying to play for extra time now, and from that point, anything is possible. But there's no doubt in my mind that the Capilano Blues want to get this goal in the next 5 to 10 minutes before we hit the 80th minute mark of this matchup. Here's Nicholas Morello. Stolen. And play out of bounds as Devin Woolley, who's had a phenomenal tournament in this 2015 edition. Joshua Mills.
So with that half-hour time mode, they'll be playing 2:15. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. And Daniele Clemente. And Amini, it appears, is down again, as Amini's had quite the fall this tournament. He took a cleat to the leg, an elbow to the mouth against KPU, and he's taking a few
You hear
bruises
some
this
of
week.
the Humber fans yelling at him, "Get up, you baby!" No love lost between some of the fans and the players.
Choice words. Swung in by Nicholas Morello. Fiore Marino. And now Kingsley Boyseco is down. And they will not stop play. Boyseco in the box, no whistle yet. Devin Woolley. And now they will play this ball out. As Moromo puts the ball out, and now the referee getting an earful from the Humber Hawks players about that non-call.
Well, it's, the motions he sees, even in Canada, some of the fans are approaching the sidelines. You know, just looking like they wanted to get on the field.
CCAA activities. I'd like to take this moment to recognize the field for this event.
This game brought to you by Sport Canada, Adidas, Big Kahuna, Jostens, Crossover Intelligence, Veribird Medical Supply, and Impact Canopies Canada here on SportsCanada.tv. Curtis J. Phillips Mocon with the gold medal call. And for those who are joining us right now, the story of the game, Humber Hawks down 2 men, suffering 2 yellow cards to Dominic Roberts, who was ejected, and then Joshua Perez-Proctor was given a red, and they have been 2 men down in the second half. Humber had a penalty kick, which they missed, so we've seen a lot of twists and turns in this matchup this afternoon.
And that 2-man advantage for the Capilano Blues from North Vancouver, winners of the Pac West, came at 6 minutes remaining in regulation in the second half. So it's been, I can't do my math right now because I can't see how much time's gone by, but it's been well over 40 minutes. They've been with the 2-man advantage.
It's been half an hour into the second half plus 15 before that. Absolutely.
And they just had that one header that went off did some music on the goalpost, and that's the only chance they've had.
So Amini will be subbed off. Coming on now is Lucien Kessler. Lucien Kessler will come on for Amini.
And now entering the game. Number 12. Kessler Lucien.
And they'll kick the ball away. Out of bounds. We're now in the last quarter of this game. Some nervous times here at Seaway Park. Can the Capilano Blues capitalize on being up 2 men? Or do the Humber Hawks have it in them to potentially sneak away with a victory with the current circumstances presented to them? Devin Woolley over midfield. A long pass down the sidelines. Here's Nicholas Morello. Thought about swinging in. Now he's got space. Morello in the box. And well defended again by Joshua Mills. And now here comes the Humber Hawks trying to get back pressure. Ferratus, Woolley. A compact formation now for the Hawks. Over the head. Here is Fieri Marino, goes out of play. And it goes back to the Humber Hawks.
Well, the stands are starting to fill up here at Seaway Park. Number of teams that are still in attendance coming in to catch this action. And as what is perhaps the game with the most storyline, and apropos that it is in the championship final.
Played back down, headed upfield. And again, Capilano has had the bulk of possession inside the Humber end. Nicholas Morello, Joshua Mills attacking him. Mills blocking him off. Mills trying to win back that goal kick. He's pushed off, and that will be a free kick going the other way.
And we got the sirens in a lot of police presence in Montreal. I noticed a lot of flashing lights. They weren't chasing us, but a lot of flashing lights in nighttime and daytime. A lot of police presence I noticed in the city.
Oh, no doubt. A big population at the city of Montreal that it is. You need to have a big police reinforcement. And here is Joshua Mills off his left foot. Boy, you can't get that. Brought right over, and here comes the Capilano Blues. Morello went one way, the ball went the other way. And now, if you look at it this way, Curtis, with about 11 minutes or so left in this game here, does Humber try to go for a goal opportunity with very little time left?
No, I think they'll just wait it out. You know, they will. If they get that goal, it's going to come up the sides, and if it's going to come from the foot of Magno getting to one of those speedsters, and that's what they have. They have the goal-scoring mentality, but they're going to stay back in defense and just hope for that quick break.
And a whistle to play, and this will be a free kick here. And we talk about an opportunity on nets. This could be the one golden ticket that Humber needs. And we'll see who will take this free kick for the Humber Hawks. And it appears it will be Gerardo Magno. Humber has 2 players back, and Joshua Mills and Daniele Clemente. Everyone else up. 45-degree angle. This is from a 25-yard approach. Will Magno go for goal and swing it in, or will he go for a deflection? Magno swings it in, goes in, shot, and just missed the net.
A lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd in what is turning out to be fantastic with a capital F game for the men's championships.
And the fans are now really cheering on the Humber Hawks. And away come the Hawks, going coast to coast. Krasinski can't get to it the last part of it, but boy, oh boy, they were that close to adding a goal. Woolley. He gets muscled off. He gets knocked down. Play on, referee says. And Magno's brought down, and play on goes the other way. Clemente will head it out of bounds as Magno is down and his lower back is in pain.
Well, you notice on those runs when they use their speed coming up the side, when they go down, except on this exception because there's a true injury, they just stop for a second, gain their breath, and get right back on defense. Because a lot of offensive players are simply that, offensive players. They have that scoring mentality. They don't realize that they have to get back on defense. And with this Humber team down 2, the offensive players are getting back on defense and are substitution for Humber.
So Jesse Assing is being brought out. Michael Schiraldi coming in.
Number 17, Barry Marino Bruno, and entering the game.
So,
Well, that's surprising.
Hassan is not coming in here for the Capilano as they take out one of the key players in Fieri Marino. A long ball in, headed upfield. And that'll be cleared out of harm's way by Joshua Mills. So no doubt, this has become a real thriller of a game. Morello. Back up to Romo. He swings it in. Back down low, and a great job by Boyseco to get elbow on that and body on that, and he will now try to win that battle, and he can't do so as he's trapped in. Boyseco gets it right back, and he clears it right back down. As it's like a penalty kill in hockey, the way things are going.
And they're playing smart ball, too. The only way Capilano is going to score if Humber doesn't play smart ball and puts the ball on a wrong angle and is taken away by Capilano Blues.
Ferratus. Inching close. Going to the wide side. Here's Nicholas Morello again. Swings the ball into the box. Tipped right back in and cleared out. Ferratus with a volley. Rather weak shot attempt by him. And it goes out of bounds. 7 minutes and change left here in this second half.
A lot of people wouldn't have predicted this. Everybody was thinking, this is going to be an easy win for Capilano Blues. But not here in the broadcast booth.
Not at all. Here come the Blues. Swung back in. Played down by Desi and played over. And a win picking up even more than before. Magno applying pressure. Long ball again. Krasinski will get to it. And are you surprised by the fact that Capilano's going with these long balls when they've been controlling possession for the bulk of the second half?
Not with time running. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Capilano. I think they should just be edging in like they did earlier and get the direct kicks. And no, the long ball. I believe they shouldn't be doing just touch and pass.
Krasinski knocks over Ferratus. He's got possession. Play on, referee says. Now going up ahead to Schiraldi. He's by himself down the right wing. Schiraldi. He'll pull back. He'll give it away to Daniele Clemente. Back over. Magno. Clemente. Can he keep it in bounds? No, he won't.
And head coach of the Humber Hawks, Michael Aquino, hats off for the conditioning of this team. Just phenomenal conditioning.
Romo. Sensing the urgency of the fact that there remains to be 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game, has to get this ball deep into Humber territory. Devin Woolley. Humber compacting their formation. And Krasinski again with a big stop, and here he comes. And he's being trapped by 2 white shirts and goes out of bounds for a throw-in for the Humber Hawks.
And it's just so nice to watch the Humber Hawks going back on defense they're going back on their heels, watching the ball, keeping low like a baseball outfielder, and just a pleasure to watch this team play.
Whistle the play. It'll be a free kick for the Capilano Blues. This could be a chance for them, an opening of some sort, to get a dangerous threat on net.
Surprised we haven't seen any players cramp up right now.
Absolutely. Stuart Elliott now with the free kick, and you wonder if that will happen at the end. Into the box it goes, deflected. Woolley will get to it and cleared out by the Humber Hawks. You wonder if that will be a factor with the cramping up as we move forward.
Well, especially for the Humber Hawks. We only had the one substitution, if I'm wrong, for Humber Hawks. So these guys have been out there, 2 men down for 50 minutes, and still going full tilt.
Throwing in, headed by Woolley. Back out, Romo. As now they look to expand that formation. Ball in the box again, headed away. Humber holding on for dear life. And a whistle, and now will go back to the Hawks. And from the looks of it, Curtis, we are inching closer and closer for 2 15-minute overtime sessions.
And you see Magno there, rotating his arms, get the blood flowing.
Don't forget, the awards presentation will begin immediately after the game.
Win at Humber's back. Played right down. And here come the Hawks. Looking for some miracle of some sort. Capilano looking to finish off the Hawks with 1 goal, which could be more than enough in this scenario for the Humber Hawks. Devin Woolley. Ferratus. Ferratus coming up. Chips the ball in and it goes wide of Jeli Heitinen. Kept alive with Jeli Heitinen, and it's pushed out, still in play, and it'll go right to the Humber Hawks.
I don't think we'll see any yellow or red cards in this remaining minute.
Unless something blatant happens of catastrophic proportions. Long kick up ahead. Romo, 1 tap. Ferratus heads down to Woolley. Schiraldi cleared away, and a little contact, and that will go back to the Humber Hawks, it appears. We'll see what the call is, but right now there are 2 down players on the pitch. Nothing's been confirmed yet here, Curtis, but it appears it'll be a yellow card. And who will this be issued to?
I think he's looking at the Capilano player.
And it is Devin Woolley.
Devin Woolley, 5'10", midfield, third-year player from North Vancouver, BC. Number 18, Devin Woolley with the yellow card.
So Woolley with the yellow card. And there should be about, I'm going to guess, about 3, if not 3 minutes at a time, give or take. Humber holding on. Looking to kill off the remaining seconds of this second half here. And you think about it, though, Chris, if they go into extra time, in the mindset, though, this could be a mental victory for the Humber Hawks.
Oh, of course.
And here come the Hawks. Daniele Clemente. And that goes through. And now it will be a side-out throw coming up here for the Humber Hawks.
No matter what the score is, Michael Aquino, later on tonight at the hotel room, you can tell these kids, wow, you were down 2 players the entire game, extra time, whatever. Look how phenomenal you did. He'll be proud of his team.
And this might be the opposite direction. Here come the Capilano Blues, and a whistle to play, and this will be another free kick coming up here for the Capilano Blues as we're inside of minutes of real time. And the 89th minute that is. Do the Capilano Blues have 1 more bullet to shoot to get this ball past Garo? We'll find out right now. Swung into the box. Headed away, punched out. As Capilano cannot get that one through.
Nearly 60 minutes they've had 2-man advantage. And only 1 true shot. A header.
Off the post, yeah.
Off the post.
Yeah. A long throw in. Could this be it? Loose ball, back out, shot. Great save by Garrow, and it goes for a corner kick.
And
Garrow, the Woodbridge, Ontario native, with a huge save.
extending his 6'4" frame.
Swung into the box. Headed through and just wide. Yeli Heitinen got ahead on that one. And there's 3 minutes of injury time left here, Curtis. So play the lotto tonight.
Eugenio Garrow, 6'4". Did you get that right again, Mo?
I did.
Wow,
3
batting
minutes.
1,000. 6'4", Garrow extends out, tips the ball out. 60-plus minutes. The Humber Hawks in blue have been down 2 men with Capilano Blues, winners of Pac West. 60 minutes of time since that 2-man advantage, now in extra time.
If you're joining us late on sportscanada.tv, the story of the game, the Humber Hawks went down 2 men sent off, and now we might see a different scenario now if they can score the Capilano Blues. And we saw a missed penalty kick by the Humber Hawks in the second half. Here comes Ferratus. And away he goes. Back right in and back out. Kept alive by the Humber Hawks. Less than 3 to go in this game. Krzyminski. A long ball up ahead. Played back. Here's Nicholas Morello. No one within 5 yards of him. Closest player is. Play right over. Chipped upfield. Headed upfield and offside call. Flag is up. And finally it's blown after about 10 seconds of play.
You know, once again, you have to wait for that whistle. In sports, if you blown, never take anything for granted.
About 2 minutes left in this game. Coming through now for the Humber Hawks has been Garrow, Eugenio Garrow, with some big saves in this second half. And here he is with the goal kick, or the free kick, my apologies. Played up, headed upfield. Magno can't get to that, and here comes the Capilano Blues. Numbers the other way. Swung into the box, cleared away by Boy Seiko, who's had a strong game as a central defender. Almost a giveaway. And Sodnar now will go out of bounds. A misplay by Sodnar.
The official should be looking at his watch.
Askar now with the misplay. And he is looking at his watch. This could be the last chance for the Capilano Blues in this second half. Romo tipped up ahead, and it goes just past Yeli Heitinen and out of play. And now it should be the end of the second half. And we will be going to extra time for 30 minutes. And if we need 30 minutes, we'll go to PKs if need be. Garrow. And that is it. After 90, it is tied at 0-0. Stay tuned for the extra time portion. We'll be back here on sportscanada.tv. Who will win the gold medal? We are at least 30 minutes away from finding out. Stay tuned.
Extra time in a few moments in this gold medal game.
57. Is it 57 minutes? They've been extra, 2 extra men.
So it's, but if it ends by then can we still be the golden goal after the end?
No. So it's just
Like, call it 30?
oh, so that if they score in the first 15 minutes, that's still okay. 5 minutes. I can't feel my legs anyways.
Yeah, I got to my leg. We have about like 2, 3, 4, about 5 minutes.
I know, I got to put legs over here.
Well, welcome back to the 2015 CCAA Men's National Soccer Tournament here from Seaway Park. We are now in extra time. We have two 15-minute sessions before it could be decided in PKs. Curtis J. Phillips, Mo Khan here. Curtis, now we go into the OT session. A mental victory for Humber over Capilano. It's a whole serve, down 2 men for pretty much the entire game, 2/3 of the game at least. Now here comes the ultimate test with these two 15-minute periods.
Down 2 men for 59 minutes in a scoreless game. And during that 59 minutes, the Capilano Blues, although none of the Blues are in white, had 2 shots on goal. And Eugenio Guerrero came up big, the third-year player from Woodbridge, Ontario, extending his frame, blocking 1 shot, and the second shot hitting the goalpost. And I think we have some substitutions in for Capilano Blues, if I'm mistaken. Number 19, I don't remember seeing Salah Hawashi being out there.
And he's now in the game. And now here comes the ultimate test for the Capilano Blues. Can they get this goal? We have 30 minutes to go here from Seaway Park. Here's Faratus. Back out, and here is number 3 in Thomas Arnott. Romo now slicing his way through, picked away by Kingsley Boyaseko. And here come the Humber Hawks. Long ball through. If that's any indication here, Curtis, it might seem like Humber's trying to play for penalty kicks now,
Yep.
as opposed to the going for the goal scenario.
Yeah, just clear the ball out or clear it long. And once again, they had that speed on the wings, but head coach Michael Aquino may have gone for, like, they're just clearing the ball out and just hopefully wait for that one long ball or on the sides with the speed they have.
And here comes a running throw in from the Capilano Blues. Could this be the breakthrough they've been looking for? Headed right through, cleared away by Humber. Back out, Romo with a very ambitious shot in volley, and that was easily saved by Garrow.
And Capilano Blues, even though up 2 men, they had 3 defenders back at midfield.
Played up ahead, and here comes Krzyminski, who's played all 90-plus minutes for this Humber Hawks. Play up ahead. Mark Medeiros now in the lineup for the Humber Hawks. And he goes out of play and back to the Capilano Blues. Morello now will take this.
You know, I don't understand that they're keeping 3 defenders. Thank you. 3 defenders up or back, and they don't have the extra man when they're up 2. They could have.
Swung in. Cleared away by Boyaseko, who, Chris, if we can agree upon, he's had a yeoman-like effort for this Humber back 4. And here come the Humber Hawks. Down the sideline to go. And it appears Janelle Horlet is now back in the game. I'm trying to get the number of that player, but it looks like it's Janelle Horlet who's back in the game for the Humber Hawks.
Here's a danger for Capilano, just working that ball up. Quick passes. Looking for get a penalty possibly for a direct kick.
Arnott. Thomas Arnott now over into Humber territory. Plays it right back, and it's offside as Nicholas Morello was offside by a yard or so. This game brought to you by Sport Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA. Here at Seaway Park, Curtis J. Phillips, Mo Khan with the gold medal call. We are in extra periods, 2 15-minute periods. If nothing is solved by then, we go to the dreaded PKs.
Good ball by Garrow.
Gets it deep into Capilano territory. Now Capilano on the transition. Can they score on the counterattack? Back out. Here come the Blues. Right away into territory. Here is Lucien Kessler. Drops it back. Swung into the box. Over the heads of Capilano and the Humber player and right into Garrow's hands.
And Capilano not overloading that box at all. They, 2-man advantage, or having 3 or 4 defenders back on the attack, which gives both teams even Steven in that area.
Romo. Now played upfield. And back over to Faratus. Here's Devin Woolley, his first touch in the extra session. Here is Morello. Back down low. Poked away by Seiko. And now here comes Janil Hoylett, who looks like he's refreshed. And a whistle on the play, and that will be a free kick as they did a little tug on his jersey.
And that missed penalty kick earlier in the game by the Humber Hawks is very, very one of the most crucial part of the games, more so than the 2 players down. And that was by, once again, Mo, the penalty kick?
It was by Assing, Jesse Assing. And here is Kingsley Boyseco. And that will go out of play as we are almost 6 minutes through the first overtime session at Seaway Park.
Well, the lights at Seaway Park seem to warm up the place a bit.
That's the good news for all of us out here. You and I, well, we've been outdoors for pretty much the entire 4-day event, including our entire staff here.
Well, not me. I've been volunteering to do games for you as the Huskies. I'm smart enough in my old age to go back to the hotel, but I have to write stories back, too, for the ACAC. You've been the yeoman's job and nothing but positive things when you mention your name around the Montreal area.
I much appreciate it, but a big salute goes to our entire staff production team here from the Champlain College, who've done a wonderful job putting this production on air on sportscanada.tv. Here's Woolley, upfield, poked away by Desi, and now drawn by Assing, and here he comes. He's got Chris Miski to his right. This could be the one of the very few chances for them. Chris Miski onside. On his left foot, inching close to the box. Chris Miski slides it right through. Sharp pass, and that is handled easily by Nellis. Almost halfway through this first overtime session. Yeli Heitinen up ahead to Devin Woolley. It's sort of become a slowed down process here. Not much space to be worked with for either side, for that matter.
Well, the key is Capilano Blues have to be patient, just ebb and tuck inside.
Brought down. Shot! And just over the crossbar. Flag up, as this time it was from Hawasawi, the Saudi native. Got his right foot on that, and Hawasawi almost put Capilano up 1-0.
And it looked like Eugenio Garro, the goalkeeper for the Humber College Hawks, his brain said go and his body said no, because you see him start to go up and then he stopped. It seemed like he didn't have any more energy in his legs.
He may have thought that was going over. Here's Faratu coming right back in, and now Hawasawi loses that ball. Kingsley Boy Seiko, here he goes. And he'll just double down, still trying to fight for, hustling down the field he goes, and that will be pinned deep. And that should be a throw-in. It will be a corner. Will that be a corner kick? We'll see what it's a throw-in or a corner kick. We'll see what the call is. It will be a throw-in coming up here for the Humber Hawks.
More teams arriving.
The Huntsic Indians now in the attendance. So Janil Hoylett. My apologies. It will be a corner kick. So Janil Hoylett will take the. Now they're going to go back to the throw-in. So the referees finally figured it out. It will be a throw-in coming up for the Humber Hawks. Janil Hoylett facing pressure, and he goes out and back to the Humber Hawks it comes.
Well, Mo, your name does have some pull in Montreal. I went to a fine restaurant and mentioned that I was a friend of yours, so they took me to the best seat at McDonald's.
And we have the best seats in the house for this broadcast on sportscanada.tv. Hawassani, and that ball almost goes out of bounds. Daniel Morello gets that ball first. Morello. Woolley Stolen. Krzyminski, back heel pass. Down the flank they go. Krzyminski's got space. Looking for help. Schiraldi coming in there. And a great poke by Morello. And that goes back out for a throw-in. So Humber now showing a little signs of life here by attacking the Capilano end.
Well, once again, they just have that goal-scoring mentality. 42 goals during the season, 7 goals against them. So even though you're down 2 players, you still have that mentality that you can score no matter how many players are on the pitch.
So Krzyminski now being taken off for the first time as Astronaut comes back in. As Capilano do not make a substitution.
And Humber College, down 2, they're looking for their 5th gold medal if they win this in CCAA men's competition. And that's Humber. And then Capilano, up 2 players, will be looking for their 6th gold medal in ACAC men's competition.
Throwing coming in for Medeiros. Played right down. Here comes Medeiros. Into the box it goes. And just wide of Janelle Horlet. And that will go out of bounds. Back to Capilano.
Assing was there using his frame to chase that ball down. Four minutes, is it, Mo?
4 minutes and change left in this first period of overtime. If you were to gauge it right now, Capilano, they've held the bulk of possession, but so far this overtime session, it's the better of the chances have gone towards Humber College. Here's Morello. Swings it back over to Romo. He'll chip it into the box. Headed away. Kept alive by Hawasawi, and it's going to be Humber free kick coming up here as Hawasawi gets called. As we inch closer and closer to the final whistle of this first overtime session. And a misplay by Assing, and it goes right back to Thomas Arnott.
Well, the team in white, Capilano Blues, have been 2-man advantage for over 70 minutes now in a scoreless game.
Nicholas Morello can't get to that. Played right back, and here comes the Capilano Blues. Hawasani gets brought down, and here's Devin Woolley. Woolley on his left foot, try to go with the through ball, back around. Cameron right now over to Medeiros. He plays the diagonal ball to Janelle Horlet. Horlet now will slow up his pace. Now he's going to jet down. Nicholas Morello and Janelle Horlet going at it, and won by Nicholas Morello. But the Humber Hawks have to get back in formation. Here's Devin Woolley at midfield. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this matchup. Played right down. Ball swung in. Eli Hayden couldn't get his right foot on that play. Horlet does. Schiraldi going, and he gets stripped of the ball. And we talk about the fatigue setting in here, headed right into Garo's arms, but you wonder if fatigue now is starting to cramp into the Humber Hawks' legs.
Well, the Humber Hawks players each of them know their roles, they know their positions, and they don't digress from that. That's what's keeping them in this game.
Played out. Here comes Faratu. Inside 2 minutes of the first OT session. Ball right through. Poked out. Yeli Heitman has it. He'll leave it for Daniel Morello. Back out, and here is Faratu. Chipped into the box, headed away. Humber holding on for dear life. Wave after wave. They still stand tall as one unit. Capilano trying to figure out what they can do to get themselves that one goal that they need to potentially win this game.
Approaching the 1 minute mark of the first 15-minute overtime.
Right down it goes. Swung into the box. Woolley heads it. And a shot. Great save by Garrow. Loose ball. A block by Medeiros. Still in the box it goes, and it's going to be a whistle. And it goes the other way as Humber Hawks avoid 2 bullets their way.
this would be a great teaching tool for a coach at all levels to show players, you can win when you're down 2 players for 70, 80 minutes of a game. Be a great coaching tool for any coach to show.
And away go the Hawks. And it goes off, a miscue by Morello. And the sense you get now here at Seaway Park, the fans, the majority of them have become Humber College fans for the effort they put into this game.
If you weren't a Humber College Hawks fan before, you are now.
And a lot of fans drove up from Toronto for this game. Played down. Assing wins another free throw-in, pardon me. And here comes the opportunity for the Humber Hawks. Could this be the one opportunity they have now with less than 5 seconds left in this first half of overtime? Medeiros. Now on his left, on his right, Medeiros trying to squeak through. Aston has it. He's being pinned deep by 2 Capilano players. Plays it out, and that be enough for a corner kick? It will be. This could be the last chance of this first half.
And they'll bring all the forces up, leave one player back at midfield, and keeper Garrow will come up to around the 35-yard line.
Schiraldi is a little bit off, as is Medeiros.
No, they're bringing 2 defenders back.
To be on the safe side here if you are them. Swung in over everyone's head, and that will be it. So after the first overtime, this game brought to you by Sport Canada, major funding partner of the CCAA. Adidas, the official apparel and soccer ball of the CCAA National Championships. Bicona, the official retailer of the CCAA National Championships. Johnson, the official championship award ring provider of the CCAA. Crossover Intelligence, official exchange partner of the CCAA. Veriburn Medical Supply, the official medical supply. And, of course, Impact Canopies Canada, the preferred promotional banner of the CCAA. So 15 to go, 15 down, 15 more to go. And right now, it just feels like that Capilano has lacked the creativity to really go for it now in this next 15 minutes.
The creativity is a interesting word to use. I think the fundamentals is very crucial here. The fundamentals, and that comes down to coaching. What do you do when you're up 2 players? What do you do when you're down 2 players? And Capilano hasn't capitalized on that and hasn't used the passing lanes. When they've done well is when they've just changed their game plan, have a couple touches, slowly come up the field, and then get that direct kick off a tackle. That's their only real chances. And hats off, we've had 3 great saves by Garrow and the Humber Hawks team. 42 goals for the season. They still have that mentality they can score, and a lot of passion on that Humber Hawks team. The players go down, even though they're offensive, they know they have to get back on defense. And so they just, right now, to be honest, Mo, is Humber Hawks have the bigger heart. And that's what's kept them in the game, in the scoreless game.
And we go for the last 15 here. We could have a winner, or we could go to PKs. Who will be able to get this winner? Who will be the hero for their school?
Well, I'm sticking with Magno. That last game we did, I called it with that the 6'3" player. I forget his name now. With Arthur. Arthur getting the goal,
yes.
Just because you can sense which player was going to get the goal, and then Thomas Cabargo for the Huskies, he had a couple shots on net. So there's always that one player that sticks out that kind of has that X factor. And with the X factor right now, I'm looking at Magno to come through hopefully for his team, and hopefully I shouldn't use the word hopefully. That's for his team, not my team.
Well, we'll see now. 15 minutes ago, Assing, Hoylet, could be one of those 2 guys. Could be Hassan. Could be Hassani. Who could it be for the Capilano Blues? Under the lights here at Seaway Park, the last game of the 2015 tournament. We couldn't do it in 90 minutes. We have to go an extra 30.
I like that tune they have to start the periods each time. It sounds like a spacecraft UFO coming down. I'm not too sure
Absolutely.
what that is.
Here comes the long ball from Joshua Mills. And you wonder if Luca Baldessari, who is healthy, will factor in the super sub for the Humber Hawks. Capilano looking for that super sub to come through for them. Would it be Devin Woolley or Faratus? We'll find out. Or Yeli Heitnen, who has been held off the score sheet this afternoon. Played right back. A throw-in coming up here for the Capilano Blues. Clock hasn't started yet. And now it officially starts here, so they might have to adjust that by a few seconds.
Hopefully the official saw. Well, the official has his clock running too.
Absolutely. Hawasani, and that'll be a corner kick, and Joshua Mills may have gotten hit in the midsection of his body part.
And that does hurt. You heard the crowd go, oh, you know, it is cold out. And when you're running, those ab muscles aren't tightened, you know, waiting for something like that.
And slowly but surely, he looks like he's okay, but he needs a little bit of breather to get himself refocused.
You know, but a lot of these kids, they have the 6-pack muscles, not like the 12-pack I have. It's, you know, they from the 12-packs, you know, they're young, you know, they're energetic, and they recuperate right away.
So my apologies, Boyce Seiko, Kingsley Boyce Seiko that had that. And now he looks healthy to go. Critical moment coming up here for the Capilano Blues and the Humber Hawks. Swung into the box. Deflected out. Back out. Shot. Low fizzer. Blocked. And cleared away by the Hawks. Morello swings it right back in. Headed up the field, and it'll go out. And Garrow will just go retrieve that ball. So about 12:50 left here in this second overtime period. And by the looks of it, you wonder if both managers are now starting to formulate their PK list and who will go first, second, third, maybe fourth or fifth.
And the Humber Hawks in blue, Capilano Blues in white for the 2015 bragging rights for the CCAA Men's Gold Medal Championship here in Saint-Lambert, Quebec.
Garrow. Put it right back down. Here is Arnott. Back over to Romo. Has Nicholas Morello to his right. And here's the right back for the Capilano Blues up ahead. Right to Stuart Elliott. Lucien Kessler, my apologies. Arnott. Arnott now bringing it over midfield. Faratus. Romo. Down low, Nicholas Morello. Hoylett now providing support. Giving him no space, sticking with him pace for pace. And a good nutmegger by Morello. Ball in the box and headed away for a corner kick coming up for the Capilano Blues as Desi got that ball away.
Well, fatigue may be showing right now, Mo, and the good thing this isn't a Sunday night with all the extra time because I'll be missing my favorite show, The Walking Dead.
Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good. There is PVR for those who don't have PVR yet. Here's a corner kick coming up here for the Capilano Blues. High. Touched. Now going to the corner, kept in by Stuart Elliott, and that will be a whistle. And there is Kingsley Boyce who's down on one knee.
It looks like he has the wind knocked out of him.
And speaking of wind has picked up. Going into the faces of the Humber Hawks.
Yeah, he was hurt earlier. It looks like he re-hurt himself. He'll try to walk it off.
And now we'll get play underway here at Seaway Park. We're 10 minutes and change away from maybe having a goal winner in overtime. Hoylett. Up ahead. Here is Joshua Mills. He's got fresh legs. Here's Assing going through. Assing popping right through, and Mills could not get to that. And you wonder if maybe Assing should have gone for the shot as opposed to the touch pass.
No, that was good decision on the run too, going that fast. That was a good decision. And it just shows you the speed and the goal-scoring mentality of this Humber Hawks team.
Played up. Hawasawi. Medeiros applying pressure. Back over to Devin Woolley. He's going to go wide to Nicholas Morello. No one within 10 yards of him. Now here comes Hoylett. Morello. Not Megan Hoylett. And that goes out, and Joshua Mills gets upended, and this will be a free kick for Humber, and that is an unforced penalty by Capilano, which now eliminates them having to throw in deep inside Humber territory.
That's twice now Morello has put the ball between the defender's legs and gone around him.
A nice nutmeg from Joshua Mills. It is almost the holiday season. Played up.
I'm going to have to get some of these soccer terminologies from Mo for you when I'm announcing next year 2016.
You'll do a wonderful job in Fort Mac for the 2016 National Championship Tournament being hosted by Keano College. And he goes out of play and back over to Humber Hawks. And I think right now, Curtis, you see the fatigue really setting in for the Hawks. And slightly for the Capilano Blues because, again, they've not really pressured the Hawks that much in this overtime session or even the first one that we had.
Well, a couple of the Humber Hawks, they're starting to put their hands on their hips and bending down. It shows, the lactic acid trying to build up, and that's the defenders, so they have to just get that second wind and do what they're doing now. Just clear that ball, get a breath, hopefully go to that PK session.
Here's Romo. He slows up, and he gives it off to Daniel Morello. And Faratus now coming through. Faratus up ahead to Nicholas Morello.
Look on the side.
He'll swing in. Garrow will get to it. 7:35 left. Garrow calming down the troops. And away goes the Capilano Blues, and now here come the Humber Hawks. And he goes out of play, and that will go back to the Humber Hawks.
Number 15, Christian Hiriton, I'm probably mispronouncing his name. I apologize for that. He had the opening on the left side coming up strong, and he has 3 goals coming into this championship final.
Medeiros now with the free kick. We're inside 7 minutes left of this 15-minute session. Play down. Asting in the box. Cleared away by Morello. Up ahead, and here is Hausani. Hausani trying to beat Dehadezi. One-on-one now with the Humber defender. He's taking a scenic route. Crosses right outside the 18-yard box, headed away by Joshua Mills. Back out, chipped up. Again, Bo Seiko, my apologies. And now go right to Garrow. So Bo Seiko and Mills in that back four have done a wonderful job keeping the Capilano attack at bay.
And 6:23 in the second 15 remaining.
Played up. Here comes the Humber Hawks. Here's Askenar coming through, and that goes out in favor of the Humber Hawks. Inside 6 minutes of this second OT.
See a couple of the Humber Hawks reaching down, stretching.
It looks like it is Medeiros who's stretching, as is Joshua Mills. Throw-in. Played right through, and that goes out for a goal kick. So here is an opportunity now for Capilano. They might have a few more rushes in them, but can they get that elusive goal that they have not been able to do so in this first or second overtime, or even in the entire game itself? Romo. Woolley. Inching closer and closer. Chip shot through. Nicholas Morello is offside. Now we'll go for a goal kick.
We talk about that golden goal. I think maybe next year in Fort Wayne, just thinking now, we may get a golden ball, and at the end of the game or 2 golden balls, have the winning team sign it. 1 ball we keep there, and the second golden ball give to the team to have them sign it. That way, with trophies, it's just a piece of metal. With a golden ball, they can go back years later, see their signature on the ball at their respective schools.
Well, not only that, though, if it snows in Alberta, you might have to use the orange ball,
Yes.
which might end up being the golden ball anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of politics.
Here's Morello to Daniel Morello. Ferratus. Devin Woolley. Back out. Nicholas Morello. Here's Ferratus. This could be it. The breakthrough and stolen away by Schiraldi. Up ahead, Aston can't get to that. Back out, and here is Daniel Morello. Diagonal cross into the box. And Garo will get to that first. And right now for the Humber Hawks, they have less than 4 minutes to go before the potential penalty kicks. And by then, all bets are off. You throw away the numbers, it's all about converting your kicks. And out of his net is Nellis, one-on-one now, trying to win back the ball. It's a foul, it appears to be, and this will be a free kick from a very sharp angle, but
Wow.
and it appears to be Askenar is definitely down on both knees. And that's very dangerous when you think about it, Chris, because Nellis could have got himself a red card, and that would have really brought a real predicament for the Capilano Blues.
Maybe, Mo, you can remind our viewers and listeners on Sports Canada TV how the penalty kicks go if we do head into
If
that
we go
session?
into PKs, we have a minimum of at least 3 kicks. We go up to 5 kicks or even more. So depending how it plays out, if all of them hits their kicks, we'll see what happens. But right now we can go into PKs with a minimum of 3, if not 5, if not more. Junior Hoylett about to swing in that ball. Nervous times here, and there's a substitution coming on. It appears Shirali being taken off, and coming back in is Gerardo Magno. Swung in, played out. Now Humber's got to get back on formation. Magno right there, heads it right back over. Gives a reprieve for the Humber formation to get back in time. Played right back down, and here is the Humber Hawks. They now will look to get into PK territory. Joshua Mills with 2 minutes left goes diagonal again. Janelle Hoylett. Hoylett with one move, and one by Morello, and goes back out. Two minutes to go here, Curtis. We're inching closer and closer towards PKs. Morello swings that ball in. Headed upfield. Back around. Here comes a tired Humber Hawks team in a tired Capilano roster. Assing. Morello. Here's Hoylett. Has Joshua Mills. Hoylett putting on a show now against Devin Woolley. He's being trapped by 4 players. Gets it upfield to Joshua Mills and goes out of bounds off of Morello right leg.
Great entertainment here at this gold medal championship. And even though I've been covering sports for 40 years, always fun, no matter the score, to see the young athletes out there trying their best.
Throw in. Here's Hoylett. Janelle Hoylett gets tripped up, maintains his balance. He's playing keep away, trying to kill off more seconds. Hawasani now steals that ball. And right back, and he's brought down, no whistle. Magno. Up ahead, Devin Woolley heads it upfield. Hoylett now playing a holding midfielder role position. Played right back, and here comes. Here comes Morello. Could this be it? The last Hail Mary coming up for Capilano. Back out. Ferratus chips it up head, headed back in front. And right now, Askenar. 1 minute left. And
Wow.
And we are staring at the fate of this game decided by penalty kicks. And now it appears Amini will come back in for Capilano. And who will go off? We'll see. Right now, Capilano trying to get this last substitution in here. Will they get it, though? And they do indeed.
Substitutions, Capilano.
Medeiros.
Into the game, number 10. Amini Cameo.
And going off is Yeli Heitinen.
For number 15.
I'm surprised about that, Curtis, that Yeli Heitinen, the top goal scorer for the Capilano Blues, has been subbed off.
Especially for the penalty kicks.
Absolutely. Headed upfield, played back down, and that will be cleared out of harm's way. Will that be enough for the whistle? Not yet. Morello, one more throw-in.
There's the cramping we talked about. He was reaching down earlier
And
a
that's,
couple times.
it appears to me that is Joshua Mills. No, that's not Joshua Mills. It is Boyseco who's down.
Yeah, we were looking at Boseco a couple times. He was reaching down to both legs, and that the cramping has come. Psychologically, you can't ignore that cramping.
No, you can't. And now
Especially-
we get ready for...
He'll be coming off.
And he'll be subbed off, and coming in now is number 18 in Michael Agabuki. So they want to get on some scores here, but also some height to make sure that no one else. So Kingsley Boyseco, great job by him to help this Humber team. Now looking to kill off these last few remaining seconds to force PKs. Long throw in. Woolley headed back down by Assing. Back to Amini. Amini being forced out. Kicked high up in the air. Asnar looking to win that throw in. Kept in. Back out. And now go the other way. And this should be it for the extra time.
Yeah, official looking at his clock, glancing down. Couple seconds.
And that is it.
There it is.
After the second half of extra time, it is still tied 0-0.
Penalty kicks come up.
We're now moving on to penalty kicks.
Stay tuned
To
on
decide
sportscanada.tv for
CCAA
PKs.
Soccer National Championships.
Who will win?
Gold medal.
Humber or Capilano? Stay tuned.
We ask that everyone please remain off the field at all times until the game is over. Please remain off the blue of the field. Off the blue of the field. All
That's
teams,
what I
please
thought.
back up. And everyone else, please back up to the cement part of the field. Nobody is allowed on the field during the penalty kicks.
Good job, Junior.
No one behind the nets either.
As well as nobody behind the soccer nets. Nobody behind the nets. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Merci beaucoup. And the awards presentations will be done immediately after the penalty kicks.
Oh, that's fine. Well, this was fun for me. Just like I volunteer when I come out here, right?
Yeah.
But I get paid by the ACAC to do. Except I'm doing cross country and women's soccer, and my goal the last 15 years is I work a contract for about 6 different groups, $5,000 each, and I volunteer the rest of the time.
There you go.
'Cause I don't. My wife has a good job. I don't need money. I get a free jacket.
All right. Get back on there.
We weren't on there then, were we? I think they killed audio, right?
Welcome back to the 2015 CCAA Men's National Championship game here from Seaway Park, as we are now in PKs. It couldn't take 90, it didn't take 30. Now we go to PKs. So after 120 minutes, we will find out who will be the national champions. And it appears right now, Chris, from the view that we have, they'll go to the east end zone to the left of your screen. Who in your mind right now has that confidence moving forward in the PKs?
We have to see who the coach's pick, and always a tough decision.
Tough decisions indeed, but you figure Janelle Hoylett will be the one who will get that nod. And now some of our CCAA members are cramping. It's tough to sit on the bench sometimes. And now we get ready. And here comes Mark Medeiros. Will take the first kick for the Humber Hawks. Crowd at a standstill. You can hear a pin drop at CUA Park. Medeiros. Got it. 1-0 Humber Hawks.
Mo, I'm just going to sit back, let you take care of the announcing, because this is your call. There's not much color here. The play calls itself.
And now here comes Morello, Nicholas Morello, the defender from North Vancouver. Nicholas Morello.
Yeah, they put it backwards.
Morello. He got in the low end, guessed right by Garrow, but Nicholas Morello got that through.
Number 22, Sonnen Asgar.
Sonnen Askenar now will come in. Sonnen Askenar looking to put Humber up 2-1. Got it. 2-1. And now here comes Amini. Kamiar Amini.
Amini Kamiar shooting.
Getting the Bronx Brews from the fans. Amini's taking the straight approacher. This is something that's not on. Now he goes to the right. Waits, shoots, hit the post, and in. A shooter's touch, and it goes in. Dramatics at its finest right now between Capilano and Humber. And here is Janelle Hoylett. Can he put his team back up 3-2? Janelle Hoylett, the Brampton, Ontario native. Got it. Ice veins for Janelle Hoylett, and now the pressure goes back on Capilano. And here comes number 12, Lucien Kessler. Lucien Kessler has all the pressure on him to tie this game up at 3. When picking up slightly, going into the faces. Kessler taking a straight approach. And he scores. 3-3. And Gerardo Magno has the weight of the CCAA world on his shoulders.
Shooting for Humber. Number 13. Gerardo Magno.
Pressure is now back on Humber.
Blue line of the field, thank you, and on the cement.
And Gerardo Magno readjust the ball. Magno. Got it. So far, the keepers have not made one save. And now here comes the Capilano Blues. And this time it is going to be Romo who will take it for the Capilano Blues. Fourth shooter. Can Romo tie this game up?
8.
Capilano, number 8. Roma Andreas.
Save!
Oh my
Humber has the opportunity to win this game on the next kick. A remarkable save by Garrow. And now it falls on the foot of Agabuki. And if you recall in the first half, Agabuki had a penalty, had a breakaway and missed it completely. The right foot of Michael Agabuki will determine the end of this matchup or prolong it.
Or not.
For the win, Humber is your 2015 gold medal champions. What a story.
5-3.
2 men sent off in the first half. They hold on for dear life, and they win 5-3 in penalty kicks to win the 2015 CCAA National Championship here at Seaway Park. What an ending, Curtis. What an ending. I cannot believe what I just seen him. Hollywood cannot script that like we just saw tonight here in St. Lambert, Quebec. What an ending we had here. And the emotions, the thrill of victory for the Humber Hawks, the agony of defeat for the Capilano Blues, knowing very well they had that opportunity to win that game. And now we'll have to settle for silver. Curtis, your thoughts on how this game ended? Quite the emotions that we have right now on display on both sides of the stands.
Well, it's always disappointing, for the loss, but it's a team game. And to be honest, Mo, I'm not a big fan of penalty kicks because the one player who's stopped by that goalie carries that load with him sometimes. And it'll be just a moment in time. But once again, a phenomenal game. Hats off to both teams played. Hats off to the Capilano University team getting here at the championships, the Blues. And the Humber Hawks, they showed it from start to finish, down 2 players. We predicted they would win. We didn't think it would come to penalty kicks, but a phenomenal game. But both teams, the action speaks for itself. Both games champions in both our minds.
And you can see the emotions on Hudson Nellis. Inconsolable right now as Devin Woolley comes by, a true leader that Devin Woolley is. Capilano had the opportunities, but unfortunately could not cash in. The heart of a lion, the Humber Hawks are, as they win the gold medal, and they add to their illustrious history of being a soccer power in Canada once again. And now that's 2 in a row for the OCAA of gold medals. Sheridan College last year, Humber Hawks this year. And to do it in the way we saw it, in the dramatics, what a finish.
Well, they're now tied up, 5 goals, 5 gold medals apiece. The Humber Hawks and Capilano both tied. The Blues, 5 gold medals in CCAA men's competition. And I won't be surprised if you see these 2 teams next year in Fort McMurray, Alberta, going for the tiebreaker in 2016.
Let's play for 6. How about that? What a story we have here from Seaway Park as the Humber Hawks were able to overcome the adversity of being down 2 men. Their best player, Paredes Proctor, out. Their left back, out. But yet they come through. And for Capilano, this will be a bitter pill to swallow as they have to travel back to Vancouver on a 6-hour flight tomorrow morning. And that is going to be a sleepless night for the Capilano Blues.
Well, Mo, thanks. I have to go down and join my team now. It's been
Absolutely.
It's been an honor just joining you, having fun here, volunteering my time in the broadcast booth and the CCAA. Hats off to you. And Montreal's a lucky place to have a young man like Mo Khan, starting his broadcast in a couple of years. And they're very lucky to have you here in this city of Montreal, as your passion for sports, no doubt, will continue for many years.
Very kind words from you, Chris. And kind of ironic that I'll be handing you the microphone baton for your journey for next fall's 2016 men's championship game. Stay tuned now for the post-game presentation. Curtis, we thank you very much. And now it is time for the post-game medal presentation. We'll hand it off over.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And make some noise again for both teams, the Capilano Blues and the Humber Hawks. C'est maintenant le temps de présenter le joueur du match pour chaque équipe. It's now time to present the Player of the Game awards to each team. Pour faire la présentation, souhaite la bienvenue. To make the presentation, please welcome Anthony Vimasson, Longueuil Soccer Technical Director, to make the Player of the Game award presentations. From Capilano, you know our number 1, the goalie, Hudson Nels. And from Humber, number 1, the goalie, Eugenio Guerrero. And I present Emily Duquette to proceed with the closing ceremonies.
Welcome to the medal presentation and the closing ceremony of the 2015 CCAA Men's National Soccer Championship. We begin the presentation of the championship All-Star Teams and the Most Valuable Player Award. The award will be presented by Dave Monroe, CCAA Men's Soccer Convener. Alors débutons d'abord avec la présentation de l'équipe étoile et du joueur le plus utile. Here is your All-Star Team. From Algonquin Thunder, number 22, Alex Asmus. From Champlain Cavaliers, number 2, numéro 2, Alexandre Bourdeau. Woo! From Algonquin Thunder, number 16, Isaac Johnson. From the Capilano Blues, number 17, Bruno Fieri Marino. I guess I'm too fast. From Humber Ox, number 13, Gerardo Magno. From KPU Eagles, Nawaf Bensale, number 14. From the Capilano Blues, number 15, Christian Ulai Yettinen. From the Humber Ox, number 19, Janelle Hoylett.